Thunderstep Gaming.
Hello there, ladies and gentlemen, and welcome back to Thunderstep Gaming. We're back in the Literature Club.
Yeah,
Plus.
we've got some more side stories. We did the first one.
Yeah, we did the first one.
It scared us both.
Well, yeah, it scared me again. Because I've seen it
Yeah,
before.
I hadn't seen it before, and I got the full blast.
Yeah. The rest of them aren't as bad.
Thank God for that.
At least for me.
Yeah, everyone's definition might be slightly different.
But I do have my trusty beer with me to help me get through it. So yeah, the plan for today is to get through the rest of the side stories and release the mod. I have, in fact, made my domain that I bought available. It is actually online right now. You can go to justsayori.com and you will see the website for the mod. And that's just a stream exclusive for right now.
Nice.
That's only you guys know this now. Those of you who are watching the stream. It's actually been live for like 3 days.
Desktop 1. Doki Literature Club Plus. Files. Side stories.
So here we are.
Understanding Part 1. The side stories are stories of Trust Part 1.
Trust, that was the one we
Understanding Part 1.
have played through. No chat yet. Where am I just? Oh wait, I'm not in the.
There is one, yeah,
I'm not in the right channel.
from Game Trier. YouTube bugged, and so I didn't know.
Oh, Game Trier's back.
Live. You didn't miss much, man. We literally just started. You're
Oh, we just started. Yeah, we just started. Hey, Game Trier.
Welcome.
Welcome back to the stream.
Yeah, we're
Doki
glad to
Literature
have
Club Plus.
you.
Respect Part 1. Understanding Part 1.
Yeah, let's just get started.
Understanding Part 1. Open side story. Begin this side story. Understanding Part 1. Side stories. The club meeting is suddenly interrupted by the sound of the door, causing Monica and Sayori to turn their heads. The door opens halfway, then stops. A face peeks inside. A face that seems familiar. Yuri, quote, quote. Sayori, quote, quote. Monica, quote, quote. Sayori's eyes widen, recognizing the girl. She very conspicuously mouths to Monica. Sayori, quote at her. It's the girl, quote. It's true dash the girl standing in the doorway is none other than the girl Sayori had come across reading alone in the classroom. Thanks to Monica leaving a flyer on her desk, it seems she's found her way to the club. Monica, quote, are you here for the literature club by any chance, quote? Yuri, quote, am I in the wrong place, quote? Monica, quote, no, you're not. This is the literature club. Please come inside, quote. The girl fully steps in the door but continues standing against the wall, avoiding eye contact. Sayori continues to fail containing her excitement. Sayori, quote, left Aaron, it's happening. Oh my gosh, right Aaron, quote. Monica, quote, thank you so much for coming. Sorry it's a little empty, quote. Monica, quote, I'm Monica, and this is Sayori, and we run the literature club, even though it's just us so far, but, quote. Monica, quote, what's your name, by the way, quote. Yuri, quote, I'd like to join your club, quote. Sayori, quote, already, quote. Monica, quote, wait, really, are you sure, quote. Yuri, quote, I mean, I should be good enough, quote. Monica, quote, everyone is welcome here, you don't have to be good enough, quote. Yuri, quote, oh, quote. Monica, quote, do you want to have a seat? We'd love to get to know you, quote. The girl nods, sliding over to a nearby desk and gently sitting down. Sayori, quote, so what's your name, quote. Yuri, quote, Sayori, quote, I'm Sayori, and this is Monica, quote. Monica, quote, Sayori, I already, quote. Yuri, quote, nice to meet you, quote. Yuri, quote, do you like fantasy, quote. Sayori, quote, quote.
Doesn't waste much time.
Do you? Yes, immediately. The second you meet someone. Do you like fantasy?
Yeah.
You know, that is in my top 3. Like, you know, before we get to like, you know, how are you today? You know, what's up? Good
Yeah.
to meet you.
What's been
We
going
go straight
on?
to do
you
you
know?
like fantasy?
How do you do? Do you enjoy some fat doorstopper books?
Yes. Do you like 700 to 800 page epics that take you a month or so to read?
Because if you don't,
And require a spreadsheet to keep track of.
yeah. Because if you don't, then we can't talk about anything.
We can't be friends. I
Yeah.
gotta leave right now.
Sayori, quote, like, books, quote. Yuri, quote, quote. Yuri looks at Monica. Monica, quote, fantasy is cool, quote. Yuri, quote, yes. Have you heard of Annabelle Dupont, quote.
I have not.
No, me either.
I don't know if that's the. I actually never looked it up. I should.
It would be funny if they just did like a book recommendation in here for
Yeah.
everyone. I'd respect that.
I don't know if that's a real person.
Monica, quote, I can't say I have, quote. Yuri, quote, oh, well, she's my favorite daughter, quote. Yuri, quote, I'm on her 5th book and it's just dash dash, quote. Yuri grins and presses her knuckles against her cheeks in joy. Yuri, quote, you can borrow my books, I wouldn't mind, quote. Yuri, quote, you're really in for an incredible experience, quote. Monica, quote, dash dash, quote. Monica stammers, caught completely off dash guard by Yuri taking control of the conversation. She glances sideways at Sayori, silently asking for help. Sayori, quote, I'd love to, quote. Sayori, quote, it sounds like you're really into them, so they must be great, quote. Yuri, quote, I am so happy I found this club, quote. Yuri, quote, oh, I'm so stupid, I left all my other books in my locker, I should have brought them, quote. Yuri quickly stands up. Yuri, quote, I'll be right back, I'll go get them for you, quote. Sayori, quote, you probably only need to bring one for now, quote. Sayori nervously says that, noting to herself the considerable heftiness of the book that Yuri set down on her desk. Yuri, quote, true, okay, I'll go get the first one, then, quote. Yuri exits the clubroom in a flash,
On
leaving
the
Monica and
topic
Sayori silently
of
exchanging glances.
doorstopper epics.
Yep.
Monica, quote, oh my god, I wasn't prepared for this, quote. Monica, quote, how do I handle someone so intense, quote. Monica, quote, I have like no experience with fantasy, except maybe stuff that I read when I was a kid, but that's probably like a joke compared to what she's into, quote. Sayori, quote, I'm sure it'll be fine,
Can't
quote.
learn.
Sayori, quote, in fact, I think it's neat that we have different people who are into different kinds of literature, quote. Sayori, quote, it'll be fun to learn from each other, quote. Monica, quote, yeah, I mean, I don't
You're telling
disagree,
me-
quote.
You're telling me you don't have like 5 weeks to set aside to you know, read a book?
Mm.
Really? And I mean 5 weeks of like full-time work.
Yeah.
levels, like 8 hours.
Not just 5 weeks of like read a page every week. You know, it's
No.
you gotta. It's like read a full-size normal book every week.
Yeah. That is like, that's a slow enough pace, to be fair. You know, you gotta, for a really big fantasy book, you gotta step it up a little bit, but that's fine for a beginner.
Yeah.
I'll allow it.
Oh my god, we should put fucking Way of Kings on the literature club.
Oh
Like,
god.
yeah, go
they
ahead.
all leave.
Read the Way of Kings.
I don't know if a month is enough for that, man. We might like if we're doing a 3-month hiatus at some point, we can put that one on.
Yeah.
Or
The
maybe 6 months just to be safe.
I think we put Elantris though. If we do put Sanderson, Elantris or Warbreaker,
Yeah.
because it's standalones. Because if you do Way of Kings, then it's like, oh, we gotta, do
Finish the
Radiance
series.
and everything else. Yeah.
Yeah. And there's a lot of tie-ins and weird shit going
Yeah.
on. Like, not in Way of Kings, but definitely in the later book. Well,
There's in Way
There
of
are a
Kings
few
too, but not
tie-ins,
as
yeah.
overt. Yeah.
like, there are
They definitely,
deep cut tie-ins, I would
Yes.
say. Like, there's stuff in there that,
but they get super
you-
super overt later on. It's like
yeah, they get parts
you
of the
have
main
to know
plot.
about the Cosmere if you wanna really enjoy those books.
Monica, quote, what if this is her only interest? Doesn't it kind of seem like that, quote. Sayori, quote, Monica, don't you think you should be more optimistic, quote.
No, she's got a few other interests.
Sayori, quote, we have a new club member. There shouldn't be room for anything but being happy, quote. Sayori, quote, I'm excited to get to know her more, aren't you, quote. Monica, quote, yeah, I guess you're right, quote. Monica, quote, sorry for being so hasty. I just got really anxious all of a sudden, quote. Sayori, quote, it's because you're afraid of not being able to take the lead, quote. Monica, quote, what the heck? It's kind of scary how you can point things out like that. Sayori, quote. Sayori, quote, I just like learning what makes people happy or sad, quote. Monica, quote, yeah, quote. Monica, quote, hey, you know what? You'd probably be great at helping Yuri feel comfortable here, quote. Monica, quote, maybe you could take a break from helping me with the administrative stuff and just focus on spending time with her, quote. Sayori, quote, yay, that's exactly what I want to do, quote. Sayori, quote, besides, quote. Sayori lowers her voice. Sayori, quote, I'm probably gonna need all the time I can get, quote. She taps her finger against the dauntingly chunky book Yuri left sitting on the desk. Right afterwards, the door opens to reveal Yuri's return. Yuri, quote, I'm back, quote. Her breath is slightly heavy, which dash combined with her short time gone dash indicates she may have ran at least part of the way. She makes her way back over to Sayori and sets the book down on her desk. Just as Sayori feared, the book Yuri brought her is just about equal in size to the one already on Yuri's desk. Yuri, quote, well, there
Or
are probably a
that
few
she
things
just
you should know
carried
before
that
getting started on
book.
it, quote. Yuri, quote, well, there are probably a few things you should know before getting started on it, quote. Yuri, quote, there are some things that are more explained in other books that take place in the same universe, so going over those would be good to keep you from getting confused at the start, quote.
But we were just talking
On
about the Cosmere.
topic, yeah.
Sayori, quote,
She
dash
did
on the
not
dash, quote.
take our advice.
Sayori
Let's
never
start with an
rejects.
easy one.
Sayori, quote, well, I was thinking that maybe today we could just get to know each other a little bit more, quote. Sayori, quote, you know, I think like if we're going to be reading together, then I would like that, quote. From across the room, Monica smiles and nods at Sayori while Yuri isn't looking. Yuri, quote, oh, quote. Yuri, quote, okay, quote. Yuri sits down, then looks at her book, then glances around the room, showing no indication that she has anything more to add. Sayori, quote, so, what made you decide you wanted to join the club, quote? Yuri, quote, well, I like reading, so I was immediately interested, quote. Yuri, quote, I had no idea that someone was starting a literature club, but that, Yuri, quote, I only found out because she, quote.
Oops.
Yuri glances over at Monica. Sayori, quote, Monica, quote. Yuri, quote, Monica came into my classroom and put the flyer on my desk, quote. Suddenly, Yuri's face darkens and she shakes her head at herself.
She got to the fantasy section before she got to asking everyone's names.
Yeah. Well, they did introduce themselves.
Okay, fair. She was just too consumed by
Yeah,
fantasy
she just
to notice.
didn't care. Yeah.
But fantasy though.
Fantasy, though? This is a club about reading, so surely.
Yeah, everyone is into fantasy, of
Yeah.
course. No other genres exist. All other genres are unacceptable.
Or manga.
Yeah, true. We'll get to that. Give it time.
Yeah. The next side story. Yeah.
Yuri, quote, I was so stupid, I got too nervous and couldn't even look up, so she just walked out, quote. Yuri, quote, it took me several days just to come here because I was afraid that Monica told everyone how inconsiderate I was, but I decided that was probably irrational, dash, quote. Monica, quote, wait, dash, quote. Monica, quote, no, that was totally my fault. I felt so bad about interrupting you that I just walked out, quote. Monica, quote, I was actually really hoping that you would come by, quote. Yuri exhales in relief. Yuri, quote, I always seem to interpret things as the worst possible scenario, quote. Yuri, quote, well, dash, I was really nervous to come here for some other reasons, too, quote. Yuri, quote, such as there being too many people, quote. Yuri, quote, not that I mind that much, but I have a really hard time having to meet a large number of new people at once, quote.
I always interpret things in the worst possible way. That's me as well.
Yeah.
Especially with texts. I don't know what it is, but like with texts, if there's a bad interpretation, my brain will latch onto that.
Yeah.
much.
Yeah.
With tone, it's a lot easier because you can obviously tell if someone's pissed off or not. But
Yeah.
like in a text,
Yeah, in a
Sometimes
text it's
someone's voice is
very
like-
difficult to tell, and yeah, I have that problem too. When someone at work says something to me, I always go like, oh god, he's pissed off at me now. What the fuck?
yeah. If someone just goes, okay. If someone just responds like, okay. Sometimes my brain's like, is he annoyed? Is
Yeah,
that,
why is he
like,
pissed off at me now? God damn it. What?
Yeah, what did I do? And then I meet them and they're like completely fine. I'm like, oh,
Yeah.
never mind. Stop it, brain.
Yeah.
Yuri, quote, so, it's actually amazing that it's just the two of you, quote. Yuri, quote, I definitely came at the right time, quote. Sayori, quote, or, that makes me happy, quote. Sayori, quote, I'm proud of you for working up the courage to come, quote. Yuri smiles warmly to herself. Yuri, quote, I've never really had the privilege of sharing my interests with others before, quote. Yuri, quote, it's so hard to find others who are into the same things I am, except online, quote. Yuri, quote, so I thought the literature club would provide a chance for me to do it, quote. Sayori, quote, what kinds of other things are you into, quote. Yuri, quote, like genres, quote. Sayori, quote, I don't know, just anything, even if it's not literature, quote. Yuri, quote, quote. Yuri, quote, just things you would think are dumb, quote.
We can't talk about that. Yeah, let's not get there.
Sayori pauses, a look of concern on her face. Sayori, quote, how about, I'll tell you about something I'm into, and then you can tell me about something you're into, quote. Yuri, quote, I suppose that would be okay, quote. Sayori, quote, okay, quote. Sayori, quote, well, I'm pretty into like crafty things, quote. Sayori, quote, like making cute little collages or decorating things, like cards or jewelry boxes, quote. Sayori, quote, my room's always cluttered with random stuff because I keep buying things to make gifts for my friends, but then I put it off till the last minute, quote. Sayori, quote, so yeah, that's something kind of silly that I'm into, quote. Yuri, quote, you sound quite creative, quote. Sayori, quote, not that much, it's just that you'd be surprised by how much you can do with scissors and glue and stuff, quote. Yuri, quote, so, I have to share something that I'm into now, right, quote. Sayori nods. Yuri, quote, quote. Yuri, quote, well, I guess I'm into nature, quote. Sayori, quote, I love nature, quote. Sayori, quote, Monica, I'm gonna start a nature club, quote. Monica, quote, no you're not, you're stuck here with me now, quote. Sayori, quote, I'm not, quote. Monica, quote, oh yeah, quote. Monica, quote, well, I hereby appoint you as vice president of the literature club, quote. Monica, quote, there, now you're stuck with me, quote. Sayori, quote, hey, don't give me responsibilities, quote. Sayori, quote, oh, I'm sorry, Yuri, I interrupted you, go ahead, quote. Yuri, quote, it's fine, quote. Yuri pauses, feeling awkward after having gotten cut off. Yuri, quote, I like going out into the woods or to the park, just places where you can walk or sit and not have any people around, quote. Yuri, quote, it's peaceful, quote. Yuri, quote, just nice to kind of remove myself from everything that matters and let my racing mind operate autonomously for a while, quote. Sayori, quote, when do you like to do that, quote. Yuri, quote, it just depends on my mood, quote. Yuri, quote, after school, on the weekends, whenever I feel like I need it, quote. Monica, quote, well, I feel like I would never have the time to do something like that, quote. Yuri, quote, I find that we have a lot more time than we think we do if you don't let it slip through your fingers, quote. The three continue their
Also
conversation,
true.
led primarily by Sayori, but with Monica chiming in every now and then as well.
Yeah, that is,
I am criminal for that. I'll
that
have
is an
you
interesting statement.
Wake up and be like, oh great, I have the entire day to do this.
Mhm.
Then 7 hours later, oh god, I've been listening to Spotify.
Gonna
all
watch some
day. I've done
Netflix. Gonna scroll YouTube. Doom scroll Twitter.
nothing. Yeah.
Oh god,
And
where did the
then-
time go?
Oh shit, the due date is in 10 minutes and I have written 0 words. Fuck.
Oh, college.
Yep. Oh, Claude.
Yeah, you have that now, you fucker. We didn't have that
Yep.
when I was at college.
Yep.
Back in my day.
It is to be used sparingly and judiciously.
Yeah.
But on occasion, when you've really fucked something up, you can, hammer it out a little.
Yeah, I'm pretty sure if you know how to use AI, you can really get a lot of use out of it for college. Because
Yeah,
probably
my
if you
thing
use
is
it,
editing.
if you use it the way that dumb people use it, for just, you slop something out
assignment.
and it's like, okay, I'm gonna just copy paste this. Probably not gonna fly.
No.
Teachers are probably aware of that shit at this point.
Yeah. Although, I will say for code, it's a lot harder to spot.
Well, yeah, if it's just
Like
code.
with my course specifically, if it's just code, it's really hard to look at code
Yeah,
and go,
like if it's
that's
good
AI.
code, yeah, if it's a valid, good, reasonable code. The only thing I would say is comments. Comments are a dead giveaway. AI loves
Over
to
commenting.
Yeah, AI loves to comment, especially Gemini. Claude, not
Yeah, like
that much, but Gemini, oh my god, you can
I have
instantly
seen
spot
them
Gemini
comment a
code.
fucking print line. Just
Yeah,
it was just like print something and then just a comment prints the value of this variable to the terminal.
yeah,
Like,
Gemini.
yeah,
Gemini loves
we
to
know.
just comment random shit so much. It's crazy.
1 + 1 computes the value 1 + 1 and returns 2.
Computes the value of adding the numbers 1 and 1.
Truly revolutionary.
Monica had intended to leave it to Sayori and focus on her own work, but she found it difficult not to join in. Before they knew it, the end of the day was upon them once more. Monica, quote, so, it looks like we should be wrapping up for today, quote. Monica, quote, so, are you two going to be starting on the book for the next club meeting, quote. Sayori, quote, that's the plan, quote. Yuri, quote, I'm so excited, quote. Sayori beams. Yuri collects her things. Once packed, Yuri wordlessly waves to Sayori and Monica with a gentle smile. Sayori, quote, by quote. As Yuri exits, Sayori enthusiastically returns her farewell. Once again, Sayori and Monica are left in the clubroom. Monica, quote, Sayori, you are a lifesaver, quote. Sayori, quote, I didn't do anything, I just talked, quote. Monica, quote, still, quote. Sayori, quote, besides, it really lifted my mood, quote. Sayori, quote, it feels really nice when I can put my energy toward other people like that, quote. Sayori, quote, she was really excited to be included, you know, it made me happy, quote. Monica, quote, well, there's no doubt in my mind that she'll have a great time here with you engaging her, quote. Monica, quote, how are you feeling about starting the book with her next meeting, quote. Sayori, quote, I'm kinda scared, but I think she'll be happy as long as I'm trying my best, quote. Monica, quote, I think you'll do great, quote. After the surprise of a new club member, it seems like everyone has their spirits lifted with something new to look forward to. Another school
Is
day
now
ends.
a good time to take a quick chat break?
Let's get to the end
We've
of the
had a
story.
few.
Yeah, I
Yeah,
know.
okay, fair.
I think it's almost over. This part 1. Anyway.
Okay.
Swallowing her anxiety, Yuri makes her way to the
Sounds
clubroom,
good.
expecting to be the last one to arrive. As she opens the door, she's surprised to find only Sayori in the clubroom. Sayori, quote, it's club time again, quote.
I thought it was actually going to be over then, but it wasn't.
Sayori, quote, Monica went to the computer lab, so it's just us today. Is that okay, quote. Yuri silently nods, unable to make eye contact. Yuri, quote, quote. Yuri, quote, I'm sorry about yesterday, quote. Sayori, quote, HM, quote. Sayori tilts her head, unsure of exactly what Yuri is talking about. Yuri, quote, well, quote. Yuri, quote, I mean, the way I got overly excited to share my books, and how you had to stop me so we could talk first, quote. Yuri, quote, it was so inconsiderate of me, quote. Yuri, quote, I got too excited and forgot to think about everyone else in the club, so, quote.
At least she's aware.
I was about to say, I don't mind if someone fucks up as long as they're either they see it themselves or
Yeah.
if you point it out, they're chill about
Yeah,
it.
yeah,
They're
yeah.
like, "Oh
If
my
you
God,
point it
yeah,
out
my
and
bad.
they're like, oh, yeah, that was kind of
Dick move, my
yeah,
bad.
that's yeah, my bad. But if they're
Like, I can forgive
both-
a lot if
yeah.
they're like reflective.
yeah, if they're a dick about it, then fuck off.
Or if there's like, no, you're wrong.
Yeah,
No,
Sayori,
I
quote,
I think that's fine. So you're wrong.
Sayori, quote, quote. Sayori, quote, Yuri, you didn't do anything wrong, quote. Sayori, quote, I thought it was cute how excited you were, quote. Yuri, quote. Yuri, quote, well, still, quote. Yuri, quote, I think I changed my mind about the book. We don't have to read it, quote. Sayori, quote, why, quote. Yuri, quote, because, quote. Yuri, quote, I know that you were just humoring me anyway, quote. Yuri, quote, in retrospect, it's rather obvious that nobody was truly interested, quote. Sayori, quote, quote. Sayori, quote, if you like it so much, then it must be worth sharing, quote. Yuri, quote, I've already decided I'll join the club, so you don't have to try so hard to entice me, quote. Sayori, quote, that's not what I was doing, quote. A moment of uncomfortable silence stretches between the two of them.
Okay, once again, I really empathize with Yuri here. I would never say that, but in my head,
Yeah.
sometimes I'm like, are they just being nice because X silly reason? Like, is this person hating this conversation and just being nice to be polite? Am I being really annoying?
I do that all the time.
Yeah, because I do that. But like, even if it's just a normal average conversation, it's always in the back of my mind like,
Yeah.
oh god, am I being a dick?
Sayori, quote, well, the thing is, we don't even have any club activities yet, quote. Sayori, quote, I mean, Monica and I have just been working on recruitment stuff, mostly, quote. Sayori, quote, so it just sounded like something fun that we could do together, reading your books, quote. Sayori, quote, like, as a club activity, that would be, Yuri, quote. Yuri, quote, why am I being so resistant to this, anyway, quote.
Valid. See,
Yuri, quote,
this
exactly
is,
what I wanted in the first
again,
place, and you're being so nice about it, quote.
reflection.
Yuri, quote, I really don't know what's wrong with me. I'm sorry for being like this, quote. Sayori, quote, you don't have to apologize, quote. Sayori, quote, just tell me if there's anything I can do to help you feel more comfortable here, quote. Yuri, quote, quote. Sayori pulls her desk up against Yuri's and sits next to her. The book in question is already on Yuri's desk. Peering over, Sayori reads the cover of the book. Sayori, quote, just quote. Sayori, quote, part 1 of the Everlast Saga, quote.
Oh no. Part
Wait,
one
is
of
it called?
part one of something saga. Oh god, no.
Yeah, saga is always a scary word. Also, Dusk Book. That's the name of the book. Like that's it.
Uh,
Sayori, quote, just quote, peering over,
It's kind of
Sayori, quote, just quote.
uncreative,
Sayori, quote, just quote.
but-
Sayori, quote, just quote. Peering over, Sayori, quote, just quote. Sayori, quote, peering over, Sayori, quote, just quote. 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 Sayori,
Is that what
Sounds
it
like
says?
a Dusk Book, which is kind of funny. Like, what's your
Dusk
book
Bell.
name? Dusk Book. Ah, okay, that's better. Because Dusk Book sounded kind of silly.
Yeah.
Sayori, quote, data. It's just by Annabelle, quote. Yuri, quote. Sayori, quote, sorry, I'm ready now, quote. Yuri, quote, oh, right, I should probably get some paper, quote. Yuri grabs a spiral notebook first and tears out a few sheets of paper.
Yeah, we're gonna make notes while we read.
Yeah, vis-a-vis that spreadsheet we mentioned.
Oh my god.
Sayori, quote, wait, how come you need paper, quote. Yuri, quote, oh, it's useful to draw things out sometimes, like maps, timelines, family trees, or just for taking notes, quote.
Yeah, family tree. Just a casual
Yeah.
family tree.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, hey, you should look at the Game of Thrones wiki sometime. Song of Ice and Fire wiki, to be correct.
I was watching.
The family tree is on there.
I was watching Cobra Kai today with Stepan, and they referenced Game of Thrones.
What? Is that like a kids show?
No, Cobra
Like, what
Kai
is
is a karate show. It's like a sequel to Karate Kid, the movie.
Ah, okay.
Yeah, it's cool. It's interesting. But yeah, there's a nerd kid in there, and he is like referencing Jon Snow and Daenerys Targaryen.
Oh, good. That's funny.
They referenced the Battle of the Bastards specifically.
Nice.
Sayori, quote,
Good
quote.
reference. Points.
Sayori, quote, oh, dash, I mean, dash, quote. Sayori, quote, HM, yes, that's an effective strategy, quote. Yuri, quote, exactly. I'm sure it will be especially helpful for someone who
yes.
doesn't quote.
It's an effective strategy.
That's an effective strategy. In your head,
Sounds very
you're like,
AI, actually.
in your head, you're like, oh fuck, what am I getting into?
What have I gotten myself into?
Sayori, quote. Sayori's joke flew completely over Yuri's head. But thinking about it, she decides that it's probably for the best that it did. Yuri, quote, well, I'm not used to having company through this, but I'll try to help make it as accessible as possible, quote. Sayori, quote, I trust you, you're like super smart, quote. Yuri, quote, oh, please, quote. Yuri tries to dismiss the compliment, but she can't hide her smile and light blush. Yuri, quote, you can't generalize intelligence. I'm only smart in the things I have a lot of experience with, quote. Yuri, quote, contrarily, I'm all for anything involving real people, quote.
Contrarily, holy shit.
Oh, yeah.
Yuri, quote, that should be evident enough from the 2 days I've spent here so far, quote. Yuri, quote, so in my eyes, it's everyone else who comes off as smart, quote. Yuri, quote, especially you, quote. Sayori, quote, no, quote. Sayori rubs her shoulder against Yuri's. Sayori, quote, you're such a sweetheart when you're not being shy, quote. Yuri, quote. Yuri, quote, anyway, would you like to get started, quote. Sayori, quote, okay, quote. After the minor diversion between them, the two get back on track with their planned club activity. Yuri begins to guide Sayori through the basics of the fantasy world her story takes place in. The more of it she details the races, fashions, history, elements of magic the more questions Sayori seems to have. But despite Sayori's expectations, Yuri eloquently guides her through it in a way such that it's fun to follow along. It becomes evident that the world-building aspect of the story not just the story itself is one that Yuri finds her passion leaning towards. Sayori, quote, how do people come up with this stuff, quote. Sayori, quote, it's like the exact opposite of the kind of writing that I do, quote. Yuri, quote, what kind of writing, quote. Sayori, quote, oh, like poetry and stuff like that, quote. Sayori, quote, the things I write are like just putting down the feelings that come into my head, you know, quote. Sayori, quote, but this is like, there must be so much planning and hard work, quote. Yuri, quote, you're into poetry, quote. Yuri, quote, I think there's an appendix that includes some of the kingdom's written works, like poetry and folk songs, quote.
Oh my god.
Sayori, quote,
Yeah,
quote.
very fantasy book-esque.
Yuri, quote, quote. Yuri giggles, filling Sayori's heart with happiness when she realizes it's the first time she's heard Yuri laugh. It means Yuri must be having fun. Yuri, quote, anyway, I think we can get started reading now, if you're ready, quote. Sayori, quote, okay, but I can't read very fast, quote. Yuri, quote, oh, that's fine, quote. Yuri, quote, I'm very patient, quote. Yuri, quote, patience is something I pride myself in, quote. Sayori, quote, I see, quote. Sayori drops, quote, Yuri is patient, quote, into her notes. Yuri, quote, hey, that's for the book, quote. Sayori, quote, that, I'm just kidding, quote. Sayori, quote, but I'm kind of glad you're patient, because I need it sometimes, quote. Sayori, quote, a lot of times, quote. Sayori flips through the first few pages of the book, getting past the table of contents. Sayori, quote, okay, chapter 1, quote. The room becomes silent as the two of them begin to read. But the silence
By
only lasts
few,
for a
it
moment
means
before
like
Sayori speaks up again.
20 to the table of contents.
Yeah.
Sayori, quote, what does vindicated mean, quote. Yuri, quote, well, in this context, it essentially means that he was proven innocent, quote. Sayori, quote, it's okay to ask questions, right, quote. Yuri, quote, of course, quote. Sayori turns the page. Sayori, quote, are these footnotes, quote. Yuri, quote, MHM, a lot of the dialogue has cultural references that require explanation to be answered,
Oh, it's
quote.
one of those.
God. Okay, I've never read a book that aggressive.
Have I?
That's a bit much.
I can't remember if I have, but I've seen. No, I don't think I've read a full book with like, fantasy book with footnotes and shit. But I've seen excerpts, and
Okay.
I guess I
How would that,
decided. You know what? Let's not.
What, would you just have to flick? Like, how does that even work? It's just footnotes and
Well,
then the bottom of the
EPUBs
page.
EPUBs have it, or any ebook, I guess. But EPUBs are what I read. If they're good EPUBs, they will have links. So like, the footnote will be, there will be a 1, and then that's
Yeah.
going to be a link. It'll link to the footnote page, or the footnote, is just going to be at the end of that page.
The page.
Yeah.
I feel like that's a better way. Like, if you have to flick to the back every time to the fucking footnote, that would get really annoying. Really quickly.
Sayori, quote, MM, quote. The two continue reading. Yuri's relaxed expression remains unchanged. Meanwhile, Sayori's expression grows tense as she tries to make her way through the dense text. Up until now, their expressions have been reversed, with Sayori easily navigating social situations and Yuri struggling in them. But the tables have turned. Sayori, quote, wait, are they talking about the past right now, or the present, quote? Yuri, quote, where, quote? Sayori, quote, right here, quote. Yuri, quote, they're talking about the past. These paragraphs are describing a flashback that Barnes is having, quote. Sayori, quote, but they didn't tell me that, quote. Yuri, quote, it's implied from the context, quote. Sayori rubs her temples. The two of them continue, with Sayori asking fewer questions. She begins to understand the value in the notes as she finds herself referring to them somewhat often and even adding to them. But her reduction in questions comes not from her getting used to the reading, but rather from her fearing that she'll come across as stupid.
Oh. AI.
Yeah, how dare you?
Damn it, Dan Salvato. Why? Why did you use
AI
AI?
back in 2020 or whatever.
Yeah.
At last, Sayori reaches the end of the chapter. Yuri, quote, I think we can stop here for now, quote. Sayori, quote, okay, quote. Sayori takes a deep breath and closes what little of the book she's gotten through so far.
Internally.
She's like, oh, thank fuck.
Yuri, quote, so, what are your thoughts up to this point, quote? Sayori, quote, quote. Sayori tries to find words. Sayori, quote, am I doing well so far, quote? Yuri, quote, HM, quote. Yuri, quote, I'm not sure I understand, quote. Sayori, quote, well, I don't know, quote. Sayori, quote, when it takes me so long to read and understand things, it makes me feel really dumb, out of quote. Sayori, quote, but I really like how you get, quote. Sayori, quote, it makes me want to keep going and to keep doing my best so I can see it the way that you do, quote. Yuri, quote, the relaxation in Yuri's expression face. Yuri, quote, I see, quote. Yuri quietly gathers her things. Sayori, quote, we can continue tomorrow, right, quote. Yuri pauses, then shakes her head. Yuri, quote, we can do something else tomorrow, quote. Sayori, quote, but, quote. Yuri, quote, I'm sorry, quote. Sayori, quote, wait, sorry for what, quote. Sayori, quote, I don't understand, quote. Yuri, quote, I'm sorry, quote. Yuri, quote, I don't want to do this anymore, that's all, quote. Yuri, quote, I'm sorry that I made you, quote. Sayori, quote. Yuri leaves. Sayori, quote, you weren't making me, quote. Sayori is left alone with her words. Sayori, quote, how did this happen? We were having fun just a second ago, quote. Sayori, quote, it's my fault. I said something stupid and hurt her, quote.
Yeah, again, with the worst interpretation.
Yeah.
Sayori, quote, I should have just told her that I enjoyed it, quote. Sayori, quote,
Where,
wanted
yeah,
to trust me with
again,
this, quote.
that is something I could assume.
Oh yeah, I would always do this. If someone did this to me, I'd be like, the fuck did I do? What have I done? Shit.
Drowned in guilt, Sayori.
Oh,
yeah, but I mean
fuck,
as well.
I skipped.
Oops.
That's
But I
good.
mean as well, even from Yuri's perspective, I would assume if someone said that to me, like, oh, they don't want to do this.
Yeah.
They're just doing it to be nice. I'm being a dick. I need to stop. And even if they said, no, I'm, that's not what I meant, it'd take a while for that to get through. Because again, I would just assume, yeah, you're being nice. That's
Mhm.
nice, but like, I don't want to, Jesus, this is why is this like? Why are these side
This is-
stories turning into
I mean,
introspective
This
analyses of ourselves?
this is what the DLC does to it. It's the main game as well. It's just, I guess that's why it's because it's so real.
Yeah, it is
so
just so human.
fucking real.
Stares
Yeah.
blankly at her desk, spread with notes. The book sits next to them. Sayori, quote, right, quote. Sayori, quote, if she wasn't coming back, then she wouldn't have left the book here, right, quote. Sayori, quote, unless she just forgot to take it with her, quote. Sayori, quote, Doug, this is horrible, quote. Sayori, quote, was it really because she thought I wasn't enjoying our time together, quote. Sayori, quote, or maybe she wasn't enjoying our time together because I'm not good enough, quote. Sayori, quote, I probably let her down so much I had trouble following along, quote.
Spiral.
Yep.
Sayori, quote, yeah, I'm sure if I was smarter, she would be having so much more fun, quote. Sayori, quote, I need to do better for her, quote. DDLC.
Okay. Let's read
Okay,
chat.
chat break.
Name clarification. Yeah. We got that. Oh, Philip is here. My God, Flimsy is late. I think his time zone is fucked. He may be an hour late. Because we went back an hour and they haven't yet. Because Americans are late and everything. And yes, he's in Canada, but, 51st state and everything. ChatGPT, I don't really use ChatGPT anymore, so I wouldn't know. But Gemini does love to comment a ton. I basically sworn off OpenAI completely at this point because they want me to send them my ID for me to be able to use GPT-5 in the API, and I'm just like, no, fuck off.
Doki Literature Club Side Stories. Understanding Part 1. Understanding Part 2. Understanding Part 2. Opens Understanding Part 2. Side Stories. For the first time, Sayori is the first to enter the cover room. Anxiety courses through her relentlessly. Will Yuri show up today? Sitting at the desk, she stamps her feet in an attempt to calm down. Sayori, quote, why am I letting this affect me so much? Quote. Sayori, quote, I'm doing everything I can to make Yuri happy. Quote. Sayori, quote, but my best wasn't good enough. Quote. Sayori, quote, but it was still my best. Quote. Sayori, quote, but I'm letting everyone down. I'm always just a disappointment. Quote.
Aw, Sayori, it's not your fault.
Sayori continues to wrestle with her self-deprecating thoughts. Every tiny noise causes her to lift her head in anticipation of Yuri's arrival.
Also, yeah, where was Monica last meeting? Did you just not bother? She's like, nah, I got better shit to do. It was never really explained.
No.
Like...
She said no. Sayori said she went to the computer lab.
Ah, okay, fair. I missed that. My bad.
Minutes pass and nobody enters the club room. Not Yuri or Monica. Monica, quote, gosh, I'm so late, quote. Monica, quote, why did I offer to help those other students with their work, quote. Monica, quote, I'm such a pushover sometimes, quote.
I don't know why you did, yeah.
Yeah, that sounds like you're opening yourself up to just do someone else's homework for
Mm-hmm.
Monica, quote, it's going to leave such a bad impression on new club members like Yuri if I'm not the first one there, quote. Monica rounds the corner, approaching the club room. As she does so. Monica, quote, Yuri, quote. Yuri, quote, dash, dash, quote. Yuri jumps at the sound of Monica's voice. She's sitting outside the club room, against the wall next to the door. Embarrassed, she quickly closes the book she was reading and stands up. Monica, quote, oh gosh, I'm so sorry I'm late, quote. Monica, quote, you didn't have to wait outside for me, the door to the club room is open, quote. Yuri, quote, it's not dash, dash, quote. Yuri stammers, unable to explain herself. She peers inside the club room through the window, then looks away. Yuri, quote, actually, quote. Yuri, quote, I was wondering if I could help you today instead, quote. Monica, quote, me, quote. Monica, quote, with club publicity stuff, quote. Yuri, quote, yes, quote. Monica is utterly confused. Why is Yuri asking this all of a sudden when she was so eager to spend time with Sayori before? Did they not get along after all? Monica looks into the club room herself to see Sayori sitting alone inside. Monica, quote, okay, quote. Monica, quote, it's kind of a simple job, but I'd be happy for you to tag along, quote. Yuri, quote, me too, quote. Monica is worried, but she finds it difficult to insert herself into whatever conflict that may have arisen. It's a little ironic. She realizes that she could be so conflict-avoidant after having been in the debate club. Monica, quote, okay, let's take a walk together, quote. Monica, quote, I just have to make copies of this new flyer, then go around to the billboards and replace the old ones with the new ones, quote. Yuri nods, and the two set off.
Oh,
The two walk in silence.
poor Sayori, Jesus. It's so bad, what the fuck? No one said anything?
Yeah, let's just leave Sayori all by herself.
Yeah. Again, in another game, I wouldn't really think about this, but because this one is so, like, human, it's like, oh, that would suck.
Yep.
Even if there were, like, perfectly normal reasons for it, that would just fucking suck so bad.
Yeah, any other game. This is why I like. I fucking love this game so much. No other game has made me feel like this for its characters or piece of media. I don't think.
No, like books, there's always like a divide.
Yeah, there's always
like. I don't know how to describe it. You just don't really get as invested.
Yeah, I don't get as like I care about the characters that I'm reading about, but I don't like really care about them.
I think it's.
I don't know. It's hard to describe,
like
but
an aspect of stake, like in this, the stake. Well, in the side stories, the stakes are smaller. Like someone's gonna get, feel bad and have their feelings hurt.
Yeah.
Like, no, but I mean, you know that's gonna happen. Whereas in a lot of books, it's like aggressive action.
I guess it's like the stakes are like the plot is like we gotta save the world. Yeah, we gotta stop the evil AI from taking over the world or whatever.
Yeah, and you kind of know the characters are probably going to
be fine.
They're going to do it.
The good guys are going to win.
That's possible. But the main conflict of the book is going to be resolved in a satisfactory way. Like, everything's going to turn out all right.
There are some expectations.
You kind of know that going in.
Yeah.
Whereas with this, the stakes are, she's going to feel shit now. And she's going to feel shit now.
Yeah. What else was I gonna say? Yeah, I was gonna say something about this. Fuck.
Without Sayori, Monica finds it quite difficult to strike up conversation. Monica, quote, so, quote.
They're just gonna...
Monica, quote, how's everything been going, quote. Yuri, quote, fine, quote. Monica, quote, that's good, quote.
So, how's things? How's it been going? Fine.
Neither of them follow up with anything more. Monica tenses up at the stinted conversation. How the heck does Sayori do it? Monica, quote, sorry I didn't see you yesterday. I went straight to the computer lab to work on the flyers, quote.
Oh yeah. Maybe that's why I got so invested into Asswife / Game of Thrones. Because they're also, like, the stakes are high, but the characters...
They'll be followed through on.
The characters are really, really well put together. Very vivid, also very human.
Mm-hmm.
And you never, like, it's not... The expectations, that's, kind of one of the main draws of A Song of Ice and Fire is your characters who you think are, it's your main character. they can die.
Yeah. And I think that's one of its biggest strengths, kind
Yeah.
of the ensemble cast, I would say, where there are so many kind of threads going on. You know, any one of those can end because the main book keeps going. Like,
Yeah.
you always know going into a chapter, this could be where X character dies. This could be the end of their entire arc. That could be it.
Yep. But even
Obviously
then,
not every fucking chapter, but you know what I mean.
yeah. Even then, though, not as invested in those characters as I am in Sayori and the rest.
No.
Yuri, quote, MHM, say Ori told me, quote, Monica, quote, what did you two end up doing yesterday, quote, Yuri, quote, just some reading, quote, Monica, quote, oh, I'm glad, it's really starting to feel more like a literature club now, quote, Monica, quote, yeah, quote, Monica, quote, it's kind of funny, I felt so intimidated at first when I heard about the kind of reading you were into, quote, Monica, quote, but you know, it's kind of stupid of me, because I'm just intimidated by things I'm not good at, quote, Monica, quote, and it's silly to assume that everyone who comes to the club will just have the same interests as me, quote, Monica, quote, but it's so cool that you were able to get Sayori into it, it's like the club is working, I'm really happy about that, quote, Yuri, quote, she's not into it, quote, Monica, quote, quote, Yuri, quote, she's not into it, and I'm stupid for forcing it onto her, quote, Yuri falls silent again, as if she started her thought but can't figure out how to continue it, Monica, quote, did something happen, quote, Yuri sighs, Yuri, quote, no, it's just me, quote, Yuri, quote, I just dash, quote, Yuri pauses, Monica, quote, HM, quote, Yuri, quote, I'm thinking, quote. A moment passes in silence, then Yuri shakes her head. Yuri, quote, I shouldn't be complaining to you all of a sudden, quote. Monica, quote, don't be silly, I won't think you're complaining, quote. Monica, quote, I just want to make sure you feel welcome, quote. Monica, quote, if it's important to that, then you can tell me anything, quote. Yuri, quote, well, dash, I do feel welcome, quote. Yuri, quote, too welcome, I guess, quote. Yuri, quote, it's not an issue with the club, it's just an issue with me, quote. Yuri, quote, so I feel wrong to inconvenience you with it, quote. Monica, quote, quote. Monica pauses and thinks.
They're
Monica,
not
quote,
X,
well,
just
what if we put it this way,
Y,
quote.
by the way.
Oh, I was just thinking about
It's
how
not an issue with the club. It's just
I was
me.
just thinking about how I'm relating to Yuri, and I didn't even pay attention to the
I don't have to pay
phrasing.
attention anymore. That radar is on fucking point, man. It just pings. The second that comes up, my brain goes.
Yours
"Hi."
is more honed in on it now than mine is. Holy shit!
Yeah, for a while I didn't notice. I didn't really give a shit, and then you told me about it, and now I can't not notice it. Anytime I hear that phrasing, no matter where it is, what the context is, I'm like, AI.
Did you count how many there were in my application?
No, I didn't.
I think
I
there,
don't have that much time.
I think there were
man.
at least 5 in those
There were a
two
lot,
in
I
those
know
two small
that, yeah.
paragraphs.
The second I read like the first sentence, I was like, oh Jesus. And it just got worse from there.
Yes, I think it
I-
mentions stakeholder feedback loops.
Yeah. A transformative view of QA or something, I believe, was in there.
Yeah,
No, revolutionary.
revolutionary.
Yes, one of AI buzzwords.
Mhm. Oh, it was full of those. That was kind of the point.
Oh, I know, but that's one of the big ones for any sort of project. It's never just like
Revolutionary,
It's always
groundbreaking.
revolutionary.
Hmm.
What's the other one? Like, not meta defining, but like,
You're defining.
yeah.
Monica, quote, it's my job as president to understand the needs of the club members, right, quote. Monica, quote, we're going to have all kinds of people joining this club, hopefully, anyway, quote. Monica, quote, and learning about the diverse needs and interests of everyone will help me come up with club activities that everyone can be happy with, quote.
No, Monica, you're gonna have exactly one more person join the club.
2.
Maybe 2, I guess, but not in this reality.
Well, do we know that? Like, maybe
Yes.
the main character happens.
No.
Yeah, okay.
Well, No. Not in
We
this.
know Monica doesn't have
Not
like
in this
elevated
VM.
access.
Not in this VM.
Okay.
Yuri, quote, that everyone
What
can
is
be happy
the-
with, quote.
Sorry.
Yeah?
No, I was gonna go on a deeper lore tangent. but fuck it, I'll ask the question. If it doesn't take 20 minutes to answer, you can shoot.
Sure.
Like, what is the explanation in this world for like who is the main character? Just some dude like a login?
I hate the explanation. But I think it's in one of the emails, and it's basically Monica created him.
Huh? Wait, but he's real though. That kind of goes against the point.
He's not real. The main character isn't real. You're the real, the player.
Okay, yeah. So who's the player then?
Well, you are. I am. Whoever is playing the game.
Like, well, yeah. What's the reasoning for the player? They just a person using the VM for some reason. There's no real.
The player is, I guess, in the DDLC Plus lore, you're like, I guess you're an employee of Metaverse Enterprise Solutions, testing the VNs.
Gotcha.
Yuri, quote, not just, only some people, quote. Monica, quote, of course, quote.
But yeah, not a fan of the expanded lore. Definitely prefer the original.
The original. Yeah.
Monica, quote, I need to be looking out for everyone. Otherwise, what kind of club would it be? Quote, Yuri, quote, I see, quote, Yuri looks a little more relaxed. It signals to Monica that switching from a sympathetic approach to a pragmatic one was a good choice. Each individual tree does have their own needs. Yuri, quote, okay, quote. Yuri takes a deep breath. Yuri, quote, I'm a really weird and awkward person. I've accepted it about myself, quote. Yuri, quote, I just don't know how to. I just connect with other people, quote. Yuri, quote, how is it so easy for everyone else? How do you just make conversation about any arbitrary topic, quote?
A lot of bullshit.
Yuri, quote, I can talk for hours about the things that I'm into. Unfortunately, so much that I don't know when to stop, quote. Yuri, quote, but for anything else, I just have no idea what to say, quote. Yuri, quote, so, I understand that about myself. I'm just not good with people. I can't help it, quote. Yuri, quote, so it feels like whenever I'm confronted with a new social situation, I'm either ignored, or made fun of, or taken pity on, quote. Yuri, quote, and Sayori falls into that third category, quote. Monica, quote, what? Hold on, you're saying that Sayori is taking pity on you, quote. Yuri nods. Yuri, quote, I just want to be treated like a normal person, quote. Yuri, quote, if you don't like me or you don't connect with my interests, then just tell me. I can accept that and move on, quote. Yuri, quote, Sayori is too nice to me, quote. Yuri, quote, I'm so stupid for not realizing that she would just go along with whatever I pushed onto her, quote. Yuri, quote, nobody deserves to put themselves through that kind of discomfort just because they pity some weirdo who doesn't know how to make friends, quote. Yuri, quote, it's the worst feeling. I hate it, quote. Yuri's sharp words cut through the tense air. Somewhere in the middle of the conversation, the two stop short in the hallway, prioritizing the conversation over their original task.
Too much of this resonates with me.
Oh man.
For me, it's not the weirdness thing; it's the blindness thing. But it's a very similar, mental loop.
Very similar.
Oof! I did not expect this today. Fucking hell! This is this one got to me even more than the last one did. I think not in the same way. The last one was just like, oh god, but this one, like, just I feel this one deeply.
Yep.
Monica looks at Yuri. Yuri only looks down with her fists clenched. Monica, quote, I think you should tell her that, quote. Yuri, quote, I could never say that to someone's face. It's pathetic, quote. Monica, quote, Sayori is different, quote. Monica, quote, making people happy is the most important thing to her, quote. Monica, quote, I'm sure that's all she's trying to do, quote. Monica, quote, so, if you're able to explain to her what makes you happy, then she'll do anything to make it happen, quote. Yuri, quote, that's the problem, quote. Yuri, quote, what kind of friendship has one person always trying to cater to the other person's weird needs, quote. Monica, quote. Yuri, quote, I'm sorry, I'm making myself sound so dash, quote. Monica, quote, no, I think I'm starting to understand, quote. Monica hesitates to finish her thought out loud. It's something that Sayori would be able to say better. Sayori is someone who will give anyone however much kindness they need in order to smile. But Yuri, who has difficulty accepting kindness, must be driving Sayori to be even more assertive in her kindness, further exacerbating the matter. Neither person is to blame, but it's an issue that can't be resolved without them understanding each other better. Monica, quote, Sayori wants to be your friend. I promise that, quote. Monica, quote, it's okay for different people to have different needs, quote. Monica, quote, I mean, Sayori, she has her own needs, too, quote. Monica, quote, but good friends work together and can be what they need for each other, quote. Monica, quote, you just have to have good communication and talk about it, quote. Yuri, quote, I don't have good communication, quote. Yuri stops and shakes her head. Yuri, quote, I'm sorry, I didn't mean to say that, quote. Yuri, quote, my head is just
that is a good
so
life
lesson.
Quote.
Hmm?
That is a very good life lesson. Just fucking talk to people. It gets lost a lot.
Yeah.
Like, honest communication does a lot when you actually do it, but it's really
hard
to do.
Yeah.
Like she said, I could never say that. I would never be able to say that to someone, even if it wasn't the person, just to anyone else. Because I'd think I'd sound like a fucking moron.
Yeah, exactly.
Like, even saying it like she's done to someone else involved in the situation, I couldn't do that.
I would also be like, I would just keep it to myself.
Mm-hmm.
And
yeah,
I would just keep it to myself and stew in my own shit. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Fuck. God damn it.
Like,
fuck this game.
Personal example. When I was younger, I was really, really in my own head about the blindness thing. And when I'd go out with my friends, I always felt so shit about them having to bring me up to get drinks. It was so fucking stupid because, no one gave a shit.
Yeah.
But I would just get into this fucking, like, death spiral of bad thoughts in my own head and just go really quiet, and probably alcohol didn't help, but anyway. And just go, like, quiet and start, feeling shit, and then leave early, and yeah, it fucked with me a lot. I would never be able to say that to someone.
Nope.
At the time. Now, obviously, because I can know, as being a fucking moron, I can say it, but there's a lot probably going on now that in 2 years I'll be like, I would never have said that.
Yuri, quote, I'm pushing such a kind person away from me because of it, quote. Yuri pauses to think. Yuri, quote, I'm so tired of this cycle I'm creating for myself, quote. Yuri, quote, I think I'm so afraid of people pushing me away that I just push them away first, quote. Yuri, quote, how thoughtless and immature of me, quote. Yuri takes a deep breath and exhales. Yuri, quote, I didn't mean for this to turn into a whole venting session, quote. Yuri, quote, but I understand now that I just need to communicate with her, quote. Monica, quote, at her, you're totally fine, quote. Monica, quote, it's for the club. Remember, you're just helping make the club a better place for everyone, quote. Yuri, quote, yeah, quote. Yuri falls silent again. Yuri falls silent again. She looks like she wants to say something. Yuri, quote, this kind of critical thinking is something that I'm really bad at, quote. Yuri, quote, you know about people, quote. Yuri, quote, so, thank you, quote. Monica, quote, anytime, quote. Monica smiles at Yuri. For just a moment, Yuri finds it in herself to meet Monica's gaze, returning a shy smile of her own. Yuri and Monica finish replacing the old flyers with the new ones. More accurately, Monica mostly did the work while Yuri followed along. But as the club room once again draws near, so does Yuri's confrontation. Yuri, quote, I can't do this, quote. Monica, quote, yes you can, it'll be great, quote. Yuri sighs and shakes her head. Yuri, quote, I'm never going to feel confident enough, I just have to do it, quote. Yuri, quote, if I don't do it now, I never will, quote. Yuri starts toward the door, but then turns to face Monica. Yuri, quote, you're not just going to wait outside, are you, quote. Monica, quote, I can take a walk, quote. Monica, quote, want me to get you a coffee or something, quote. Yuri, quote, actually, I prefer tea, quote. Yuri, quote, I like to make my own, though, so please don't worry about it, quote. Yuri, quote, although I suppose that's one downside of reading here in the club rather than at home dash I don't get to drink tea while reading, quote. Yuri, quote, sorry, I guess it has nothing to do with this, quote. Monica, quote, quote. Monica, quote, you know, now that you mention it, I bet we could get permission to keep stuff for tea in the club room, quote.
Call back.
Monica, quote, you can use like an electric kettle to heat up water, right, quote. Yuri, quote, would that really be possible, quote. Monica, quote, I'll look into it, I think it would be great, quote. Yuri smiles and nods at the thought. Monica, quote, well, I'll be back in a bit, good luck. Monica waves at Yuri, then turns
Also,
around and
why
departs
did
down
you
the
have
hallway
to
as Yuri smiles once more.
clarify, like, you can use an electric kettle, right? Like,
Because
what else?
that's also a callback in the game.
Ah, okay.
Jeez. An ele-
What, try that again?
I haven't even drunk that much. What the fuck? Just my
Yeah.
tongue just completely.
Revolted.
Yeah, it did not want to say electric kettle. An electric kettle is mentioned in the game specifically. So
Okay, gotcha.
A moment of daydreaming about tea isn't enough to save her from the anxiety of the task that lies before her. But it must be done. Taking one more deep breath, Yuri timidly opens the club room door. Sayori, quote, Yuri, quote. Sayori, quote, W-wait, hold on, I'm not done yet, quote. Sayori shuffles a bunch of papers around. Yuri, quote, U-quote. Yuri stammers, a word suddenly caught in her throat. At the moment, she realizes how Sayori has been spending her afternoon. Sayori, quote, I wasn't expecting you to come today, quote. Sayori, quote, I was really hoping to make it all the way through the next chapter first, quote. Sayori, quote, but I got most of the way through it, quote. Sayori, quote, and look, quote. Sayori holds up a sheet of paper. It's a page of notes, beautifully produced with indentations, categories, and even color coding. As Yuri sees it, her expression shifts from anxiety to despair. Sayori, quote, I was afraid you were getting disappointed in me, so I've been trying really hard, quote. Yuri, quote, stop, quote. Yuri presses her fists against her forehead. Yuri, quote, please stop, quote. Yuri, quote, I can't take this, quote. Sayori, quote, Yuri, quote. Sayori's voice quivers in shock after having received the exact opposite response she was expecting. Yuri, quote, I'm sorry, quote. Sayori looks away in guilt. Sayori, quote, did I do something wrong, quote. Sayori, quote, I don't understand, so if I did something wrong, please tell me, quote. Yuri shakes her head. Yuri, quote, no, quote. Yuri, quote, it's me, quote. Yuri, quote, I keep putting myself in these situations where people are afraid to treat me normally, quote. Yuri, quote, if you don't like this kind of reading, it's okay, please just tell me, quote. Yuri, quote, I don't need to be treated differently just because I'm weird, quote. Sayori, quote, but I don't treat you differently, quote.
substitute weird with blind.
Yep. Once again. Fuck, this is getting too deep, man. I was not expecting this today. Can we get back to, like... I was about to say something more lighthearted, but it's the DLC.
We don't do that here.
Something that isn't, like, personally, directed at us, please. Like, can you stop exactly resonating with my internal monologue, please? It's
No.
kind of creepy.
This is what you sign up for when you play DDLC.
But, like, I think this is why I like Yuri the most, because even in the main game we didn't see this sort of detail. I really resonated with Yuri because
I
go through
relate to
similar-
her, but that
Yeah.
Sayori, quote, I just want my friends to be happy, quote. Sayori, quote, so I thought that if we did something together that you really liked, quote. Yuri, quote, I don't want your pity, quote. Yuri, quote, quote. Yuri, quote, why did I do that, quote. Yuri sinks to her knees, her voice squeaks. Yuri, quote, I'm sorry, quote. Tears of guilt and self-loathing begin to stream down her face. This isn't how it was supposed to go. Why is it so hard just to articulate your thoughts? Why do you end up pushing everyone away from you? Yuri's mind pounds with internal accusations as she shuts her eyes, unable to face Sayori or the rest of the world. She should leave, just escape from here, before Monica sees her luggage and before Sayori tells Monica what she did. But before Yuri can
Once
put any strength into her
again.
legs, she feels a warm pair of arms gently wrap around her from behind.
Yeah, once again, why is it
Sayori,
so hard
quote,
to
quote.
articulate things? Another thing that's been in my head, like, when I try to explain this to people, nobody really gets, like, it's hard to get it, because it's a weird, not a weird thing. Again, there it goes again. But it's, like, not something most people consider.
Yeah.
And they think, because obviously they don't do it, they think it's silly. And I know it's silly, but my brain doesn't.
Sayori whispers in a soothing voice. Sayori, quote, it's okay, quote. Sayori, quote, it's okay, quote. Overcome by despair, Yuri finds herself unable to protest or pull away from Sayori's kind gesture. Yuri sniffles, breathing heavily through a clenched throat, trying with all her willpower to control herself. Sayori, quote, I understand, quote. Sayori, quote, I understand that the things you're feeling in your head are different from the things you're trying to say. I know that must be what you're feeling right now, quote. Sayori, quote, I promise, I understand that, quote. Sayori, quote, so I'll give you as much time as you need, quote. Sayori, quote, when you're ready, just tell me your feelings, and we'll talk about them together, okay, quote. Yuri sniffles again and nods her head. She gives herself a minute to compose her thoughts, then speaks while steadying her voice. Yuri, quote, I think, quote.
she would be such a good therapist.
100%, yeah. I was just thinking, that is such a perfect, correct response.
Yuri, quote, I think that I've gotten so used to people being weirded out by me that it feels like anyone who's nice to me is just doing it out of pity, quote. Yuri, quote, I'm so horrible with people, quote. Yuri, quote, so it makes me not want to believe that someone can actually like me for who I am, quote. Yuri pauses, but Sayori doesn't interrupt. Rather, she waits for Yuri to continue. Yuri, quote, I got so excited when I joined the literature club, quote. Yuri, quote, I thought that it was finally my chance to make friends through my interests, quote. Yuri, quote, because my interests are the only things I know how to talk about, quote. Yuri, quote, it's all I have going for me, quote. Yuri, quote, but then, whenever I catch myself getting overly obsessive in front of other people, it feels like I'm making a fool of myself, quote.
Oh my god. Too real. All of this is wow.
Yeah, this one is deep, man. This is, well, not deep, but this is a deep cut for us.
Yuri, quote, I hate myself for it, quote. Yuri, quote, ultimately, I just want to be treated like a normal person, but how am I supposed to expect that when I can't behave like one, quote. Yuri, quote, I just want to learn how to get along with people and stop ruining things for myself, quote. Yuri, quote, that's all, quote. Yuri finishes her thoughts, feeling more steady after having gotten them out. Sayori, who can feel Yuri's breath rise and fall from beneath her arms, realizes that as well. Sayori, quote, thank you for helping me understand you a little bit better, quote. Sayori, quote, you know, you were so great at helping me while we were reading, quote. Sayori, quote, so I'll help you with the things that you need, too, quote. Yuri, quote, but, quote. Yuri, quote, I feel like it would just be frustrating for you with how much patience I require sometimes, quote. Sayori, quote, quote. Sayori, quote, that sounds kind of familiar, quote. Sayori, quote, I couldn't stop worrying about it while we were reading, quote. Sayori, quote, I was so afraid you would get frustrated with me, quote. Yuri, quote, but I would never do that, quote. Yuri, quote, I did my best to reassure you by mentioning how I have a lot of patience, quote. Sayori, quote, yeah, I know, but my rational fears just want to be quiet sometimes, quote. Sayori, quote, I'm sure it's the same for you, right, quote. Yuri, quote, yeah, quote.
Yep,
Yuri,
it
quote,
is.
irrational fears, quote. Sayori, quote, well, you know, quote. Sayori, quote, there's no way that you could frustrate me because I already like you as the person that you are, quote. Sayori, quote, I know you said you had a hard time believing that, but I promise that it's true, quote. Yuri, quote, quote.
I think that's an easy way to explain what we were talking about just now, where we relate to Yuri. I relate to her, but I want a Sayori in my life.
True. Valid.
Sayori, quote, you don't have to be a social person for people to like you, quote. Sayori, quote, I think you're really considerate in your own way, you know, worrying so much about people's feelings, quote. Sayori, quote, we're all kind of weird. It's a literature club, out of quote. Sayori, quote, but it's the best part that we're all different and have different interests, quote. Sayori, quote, like, about a book, quote. Sayori, quote, I'm reading it because I want to. I promise, that's what I really want, quote. Sayori, quote, it's a bit of a struggle, but try not to mistake that for me not enjoying it, quote. Sayori, quote, I mean, we could never discover new things if we didn't try them first, right, quote. Sayori, quote, I want to learn the reasons that you love it so much, quote. Sayori, quote, and in the end, if it's not for me, then I can say that, but I'll be glad that I tried to learn more about you, quote. Sayori, quote, plus, you're like, super duper smart, and I want it to rub off on me, out of quote. Yuri fights back a smile at that comment. Already, the heavy atmosphere surrounding her seems to have evaporated through the caress of Sayori's arms. Sayori, quote, your hair is so pretty, quote. Sayori, quote, I always wanted long hair, but I was awful at taking care of it, so I cut it all off, quote. Yuri, quote, quote. Yuri's tension relaxes. For once, she feels okay just listening, rather than worrying so much about saying the right thing. Sayori, sensing Yuri's comfort, lets her rest. It must be so difficult for her to feel relaxed around other people. But if the literature club can make it happen, then it's something that she deserves to experience. Yuri, quote, well, then, quote. Yuri, quote, based on my understanding of your feelings, I suppose I wouldn't mind if we would continue reading, quote. Sayori, quote, quote. Sayori, quote, that's what I wanted to hear, quote. Yuri, quote, but we can stop at any time, quote. Yuri, quote, if you truly don't like it, please be honest about it. I won't be offended, quote. Sayori, quote, of course, quote. Sayori, quote, I'm not going to judge anything this early on, though, so we'll just see what happens, quote. Yuri, quote, oh, and, quote. Yuri, quote, quote. Yuri, quote, it's not good to touch people without their consent first, quote. Sayori, quote, oh no, I'm sorry, quote. Sayori, quote, I didn't mean to make you uncomfortable, quote. Yuri, quote, oh dash dash you didn't, quote. Yuri, quote, I mean, I suppose it was kind of nice, quote. Yuri, quote, I was just saying, quote. Monica, quote, I'm back, quote. Sayori, quote, Monica's back, quote.
Yeah, like, yes, thank you. We noticed.
Okay.
Well,
That stupid consent comment fucking broke the atmosphere for me completely. It was so out of nowhere.
yeah, like, that's odd. Why?
Sayori, quote, I haven't seen you like at all recently, quote. Sayori trots over to Monica. Sayori, quote, oh dash dash, quote.
Why does he always use the word trot for Sayori?
Yeah, I was
She's
like,
not a horse.
that's like- yeah. Wait.
Oh,
Thunderstep
oh
Gaming
shit.
theory. Is it? Of course, there is truly no escape.
There is no
It
escape.
follows everywhere.
So the horse is disguising itself as Sayori.
It's gotten even cleverer.
She whispers loudly. Sayori, quote, can I hug you, quote. Monica, quote at her. Sure. Sayori, quote. Sayori wraps her arms around Monica. Monica, quote, oh yeah, Yuri, it might be good to know, quote. Monica, quote, Sayori can be kind of a hug monster, quote. Yuri, quote, quote. Sayori, quote, hey, don't call me a monster, quote. Sayori, quote, Artemis is a monster. If he inherits the kingdom, it could spell disaster, quote. Yuri, quote, quote. Yuri laughs. Monica perplexity looks between the two of them, then smiles. Monica, quote, well, I'm glad you've been enjoying your reading so far, quote. Monica, quote, it's like our first real activity as the literature club, quote. Yuri, quote, about that, quote. Yuri, quote, well, you've been so patient with exploring my interests, quote. Yuri, quote, I think that it would be inconsiderate of me not to return the favor to you and learn about the things that you like, quote. Sayori, quote, yes, quote. Sayori, quote, do you like poetry, quote. Yuri smiles. DDLC.
All right.
I don't use this word often, but that was beautiful. That was incredible.
Uh,
I think that's my favorite one so far.
one side story took us an hour. Fuck, I don't think we're getting through them.
Yeah, how many are there?
I'm releasing the mod anyway. Fuck it.
Yeah, I think release it. We can finish them next stream.
Yeah.
But yeah, how many more are there?
4.
Like say.
Yeah.
Okay, we can do one more anyway, and then
We can definitely do one more.
Before we do, though, I'm going to take a quick.
They just left her all alone. Yeah, they did. Okay, I'm just gonna be reading chat then.
Okay, be back in a minute.
Okay, chat. Now you can. Now is your time to shine. Now you can chat. Ouch! They just left her all alone. Yeah, just like Shane is leaving me all alone right now. Well, I'm not alone. I've got you, chat. Time zones should not stop robust. I propose a name change. We already did the flimsy name change. I think most black people can relate to Yuri. Probably.
Doki Doki side story 5 mail.
Let's have some
Pictures.
music going.
Music. Track 5, play with me by dance. Track 4, track 1, Doki toggling playback for Doki Doki.
Oops, and I'm back.
How will we use? I guess you weren't here, Game Trier, at the beginning where I said the mod is already out technically. I said exclusively for the stream, the URL is I've used my domain that I bought, so you can go to justsayori.com. And download the mod. In fact, I'm gonna paste the URL right here in chat. The original, as for the other question, the original game is on itch, and you can go to ddlc.moe. That's ddlc.moe. And you can download the game there. So it's not the Steam version. Plus, however, is not on itch. Plus is only on Steam. So there's your link. The game is 25% off on Steam right now, so I think it's almost always on sale. And it's pretty cheap anyway, it's like 15 euros at full price. Anyway, oh,
Doki Doki Track 2, or Track 1, Doki Doki Track 2, Stopping or Chaos. Music, picture, make 5 side stories. Understanding Part 2, Respect Part 2, Respect Part 1.
Third story. So, of course, we have our 3 club members. We're missing 1. So we're probably going to see Natsuki in this next one.
Doki Doki Literature Balance Part, Respect Part 1.
Also, Shane, if you've been talking...
I spoke briefly when I came back, but not that much.
Okay, cool.
Respect Part 2, Respect
I've
Part
been
1.
quite quiet.
Alright, let's continue.
Respect Part 1, Open Side Story. Respect Part 1, Side Stories. It's been several weeks since the club has officially started. Through their initial setbacks, the 3 club members so far Monica, Sayori, and Yuri have increased their collective bond within the club. Sayori has partaken in some of Yuri's high fantasy literature, and all 3 of them, led by Sayori, have taken an interest in poetry. On a day like any other, the 3 find themselves suddenly interrupted by the club room door opening. And in walks a girl none of them have seen before. Natsuki, quote, high quote. Sayori tugs excitedly at Monica's sleeve. Yuri shifts in her seat and buries her eyes in her book. Monica, quote, are you here for the literature club? Quote. Natsuki, quote, yeah, quote. Monica, quote, yeah, that's great. Thanks for stopping by, quote. Monica, quote, it's kind of a small club still, so it's really exciting to see new faces, quote. Sayori, quote, yeah, quote. Sayori, quote, come and sit down somewhere. You can sit next to my desk, quote. Sayori glances over to her desk and presses her arms on it. Sayori, quote, oh, and Yuri can make you some tea, quote. Yuri, quote, dash, quote. Yuri looks up at Sayori in protest for having drawn attention to her. Natsuki silently glances between everyone, then sits down next to Sayori. Monica follows by sitting nearby. The sun gathering prompts Yuri to stand up, deciding that standing in the corner and making tea doesn't sound so bad after all. Monica, quote, okay, then how about we all introduce ourselves, quote.
Again, kind of me.
Natsuki, quote, okay,
Yeah,
quote.
no, maybe not as much me, but I do enjoy just retreating to
Yeah.
a nice safe area. I'll still
Yeah.
talk, but I'll do it from over here.
Yeah. I don't mind talking, I just prefer smaller gatherings. Like,
Yeah,
one-on-one is my preferred way.
I'm grand at talking once I'm in a conversation, but I cannot start one.
Oh, yeah, I cannot start a conversation, dude.
Like, I don't know anyone in college at all, really. I know a few people I've worked with, and that's about it.
Okay,
Because
I'm glad
I just can't go up to people and make
I'm glad
friends.
I'm not the only...
Like,
I'm glad I'm not... I'm glad I'm not alone in that shit.
Yeah, I am.
Oh, man,
incompetent
at college I was also... Yeah, I knew a few people.
Okay, I'm glad I'm not the only one.
Thankfully, like, one of my friends from high school also went to the same college and to the same classes, or some of them anyway, that I did. So I would often hang out with her.
No, I got no one.
But
It's just me.
yeah,
Yeah, like people, I go to the odd like
I can't.
group. For
How are you
college,
gonna like approach as a blind person? I don't know. I always feel awkward. Like, how am I just gonna go up to someone and be like, "Hey, what am I gonna say?"
Like, there are people who, like, I was at a group for other college students who have visited my parents who were like, "Yeah, just go up and say hi." I'm like, "How?"
Yeah.
They're like, "Just do it," and I'm like, "No, that's really weird. What if it's a group? What if it's like people just talking and they don't really want some random dude to come up and say hello, which is me."
It'll be awkward. It'll be really fucking awkward.
Yeah, I'm bad at that.
Monica, quote, well, I'm Monica. I'm the one who started the club. I was originally in the debate club, but I really wanted to do something I felt more passionate about, if that makes sense, quote. Monica, quote, so I started the literature club as a way for people to express themselves through writing, or reading, or whatever other kind of literature, quote. Natsuki, quote, you know, I think the literature club, quote.
Manga. Because as we know, manga is literature.
Natsuki, quote, you have the vibe, quote. Monica, quote, I have what vibe, quote. Natsuki, quote, oh, you know, like, quote. Natsuki, quote, never mind, quote. Natsuki, quote, I'm not gonna judge people I just met like that, quote. Sayori, quote, very adult dash like of you, quote. Sayori, quote, I always judge people so hard, quote.
No, you don't.
Monica, quote, oh, no, you don't. Sayori, quote.
Don't.
Yuri, quote, yes, she does, quote.
Thank you.
Yuri's deadpan voice carries across the room. Natsuki giggles. Sayori, quote, I'm Sayori, quote. Sayori, quote, I just like learning about everyone and making friends, quote. Sayori, quote, oh, and I also like poetry, quote. Natsuki, quote, oh, yeah, quote. Natsuki, quote, very adult dash like of you, quote. Sayori, quote, heavy, quote. Sayori, quote, I'm an adult, quote. The sound of Yuri's electric kettle steaming up fills the room. Sayori, quote, oh, but Yuri, quote. Sayori lowers her voice. Sayori, quote, she's kind of shy, but she's really nice and super smart. She likes big fantasy books and tea, and I love her, quote. Natsuki, quote, well, I guess that leaves me, then quote. Natsuki, quote, I'm Natsuki. I like listening to music and hanging out downtown and stuff, quote. Natsuki, quote, my favorite ice cream flavor is strawberry, quote. Sayori, quote, let's get ice cream, quote. Sayori, quote, my favorite flavor is probably, quote. Natsuki, quote, cookie dough, quote. Natsuki, quote, or maybe chocolate, quote. Sayori, quote, it's cookie dough, quote. Natsuki, quote, and Monica's is probably vanilla, quote. Monica, quote, what the heck, quote. Natsuki, quote, I take way too many online quizzes. The ice cream ones are always accurate, quote.
Hey, mine is vanilla too.
Yeah, vanilla's good, man.
Yeah.
Although, cookie dough, though.
I mean, you know, like, ice cream is ice cream. You know, I won't scoff at almost any flavor. Banana, though, fuck that off. Get that shit away from me. But, like, you know, most other flavors I'm okay with.
Potentially wild hot take. I prefer cream to ice cream.
Cream?
I'd rather just have, like, whipped cream. Not on its own. If I'm having a dessert, I'd rather have whipped cream than ice cream. Like, if I'm having just a tub of ice cream, sure, that's nice. I'd never, like, I wouldn't seek it out, but if it's there, sure. But, like, if I'm having dessert and there's ice cream with it, I'll usually ask for no ice cream. I don't really like it with dessert for some reason.
Yeah, I don't mind it.
Sayori, quote, what's Yuri's favorite, quote. Natsuki shrugs. Natsuki, quote, probably green tea, out of, quote. Natsuki, quote, I'm just joking, I have no idea for Yuri, quote. Monica, quote, still, quote. Natsuki, quote, it's pretty chill here. Do you just like hang out, or do you actually do club stuff, quote. Monica, quote, well, we do club stuff too, quote. Monica, quote, it just hasn't been very structured yet, since we only have like 3 members, so we kind of just loosely spend our time doing the stuff we like, quote. Monica, quote, but I keep thinking it's about time we start with like some more structured club activities, quote. Monica, quote, it's been a while by now since I started the club, so yeah, quote. Monica, quote, well, with that being said, what kind of literature are you into, Natsuki? Anything you'd like the club to get into, quote. Natsuki, quote, well, I guess I'm, quote. Natsuki, quote, literature, quote. Natsuki, quote, well, I like manga, quote. Monica, quote, manga, quote. Natsuki, quote, hey, why do you say it like that, quote. Sayori, quote, Daddy, I want to read manga in the club, quote. Monica, quote, wait, hold on a second, quote. Sayori, quote, that sounds so great, like, after all I've been doing all this, quote. Yuri returns to the desk with a tray of teacups, which she sets down on an empty desk. Sayori, quote, after all of the deep and immersive reading I've been doing, I wouldn't mind doing something a little more difficult, quote.
Nice save, Sayori.
Yeah.
Natsuki, quote, manga isn't simple, quote. Natsuki, quote, if you think that, you just don't understand the nuance, quote. Sayori, quote, I didn't mean simple like that, quote. Monica, quote, well, anyway, quote. Monica, quote, putting manga aside, is there any other kind of literature that you're interested in, quote. Natsuki, quote, well, not really, quote. Monica, quote, in the case, have you considered the anime club, quote.
Damn, okay, Monica.
Don't be a dick, Jesus.
Natsuki, quote, are you serious? I'm not gonna join the anime club, quote. Natsuki, quote, it's full of, quote. Natsuki, quote, weird guys, quote.
True.
Valid.
True.
Natsuki, quote, come on, is it that big of a deal? Manga is literature, right, quote.
There it is.
Monica, quote, quote. Monica, quote, I mean, I guess if you consider the literal definition of literature, then technically, quote. Natsuki, quote, I get it, look, quote. Natsuki, quote, I'll do whatever club activities you want. Can I please just join, quote. Natsuki, quote, I won't bother anyone, quote. Natsuki, quote, if I can just like, keep my manga here and hang out after school, I'll do literally whatever you want me to do, quote. Natsuki, quote, that's fine, right, quote. Monica, quote. Monica, quote, yeah, I guess there's nothing wrong with it, quote. Natsuki, quote, oh my god, thank you, quote.
Oh,
Natsuki, quote, you're the best, quote.
no.
Natsuki, quote, I have most of it crammed into my locker, so I'm gonna start getting it, okay, quote. Natsuki stands up.
What's
Sayori,
the manga
needs help, quote.
hate?
Monica's just prejudiced.
Apparently so, yeah, just being a dick today.
Well, that's just Monica. Ha!
True.
Just Monica. Well, she hasn't always been a dick in this VM. But as soon as
She has her moments.
as soon as she gets elevated access,
Yeah, immediately.
yeah.
Ah,
No, but I give her
kill people.
I give her points in this VM for comforting Sayori in the first side
Yeah,
story.
and for being good with Yuri in the second.
Yeah.
So far in this one,
Yeah, this one not so great.
Natsuki, quote, I got it. I don't want you to see my locker, out of quote.
Very judgy.
yeah.
Like, oh, manga? Have you considered the anime club?
I guess if you consider the technical definition.
I suppose
of literature,
technically literature would technically,
Includes
in the
manga.
loosest sense of the term, include such things as...
Sounds like the worst type of college professor.
Yeah.
Sayori, quote, if you say so, but there's no way it's worse than mine, quote. Natsuki, quote, I hope we never find out, then quote. Natsuki exits the clubroom, leaving everyone in silence, save for the sound of Yuri sipping her tea. Monica, quote, I'm such a pushover, quote. Sayori, quote, hey, it's not that bad, quote. Sayori, quote, Natsuki seems like a lot of fun, quote. Monica, quote, maybe, but I mean, quote. Monica, quote, she has like no actual interest in literature, you know, quote. Monica, quote, and that's normally fine, but she said she would participate in club activities like it's some kind of obligation, quote. Yuri, quote, her tea is going to get cold, quote. Monica, quote, yeah, quote. Monica, quote, wait, that's not related, quote.
Yuri's just like, her tea is going to get cold.
Sayori, quote, well, I think everyone deserves a chance, quote. Sayori, quote, especially if we can bring her happiness, quote. Sayori, quote, besides, maybe she'll take a liking to literature, quote. Monica, quote, are you sure you don't just want to read her manga? Sayori, quote. Sayori, quote, hey, leave it down, quote. Monica, quote, sorry, I didn't mean the quote. Monica, quote, I just feel really uneasy about this, quote. Monica, quote, do you have any opinion? Yuri, quote. Yuri, quote, not particularly, quote. Yuri, quote, she said she wasn't going to bother anyone. That includes me, so, quote. Sayori, quote, does the tea not bother you, quote. Yuri, quote, no, you're a pleasure to be around, quote. Sayori, quote, Daddy, I was just fishing for a compliment, quote. Yuri, quote, I know, quote. Sayori, quote, but still, quote. Sayori, quote, I really think we should give her a chance, quote. Monica, quote, yeah, alright, quote. Monica, quote, but I really am gonna start enforcing club activities, quote. Yuri, quote, I'm willing to cooperate, quote. Suddenly, the three of them hear a thump against the door. Sayori, quote, what was that, quote. Sayori stands up and walks over to the door, then opens it. Natsuki, quote, NNGH, thank you, quote. Carrying 3 boxes of what is presumably manga, Natsuki grunts and wobbles inside before slowly bending over and dropping the stack onto the floor as gently as she can. Monica, quote, that's quite a collection, quote. Sayori giggles in excitement, while catching her breath, Natsuki replies. Natsuki, quote, there's still one more box, I can put them away, myself, I know how to organize them, quote. Monica anxiously glances between Sayori and Yuri. Is this really okay for the club?
Okay, how did she get all this manga if she doesn't have money?
Magic. Or robbery.
What? Oh, robbery.
Robbery.
Maybe
Essentially robbery.
Maybe she robbed the comic book store, yeah.
Yeah, she just like waited till midnight and fucking snuck in and was like, yep, I'll take all of this.
This
Thank
and
you.
this and this.
Maybe it's what she needs to really kick the club into gear before everyone gets too complacent. It seems like things are finally going to start getting more serious. At the next club meeting, Monica is the first to arrive. But ever since Natsuki joined, she feels a lot less relaxed. Monica, quote, why am I so nervous, quote. Monica paces, trying to figure out her feelings. Natsuki said she wasn't going to bother anyone dash, so why does it feel like the atmosphere has changed so much? While Monica thinks, the club door opens, revealing Natsuki carrying a box. Monica, quote, quote. Natsuki, quote, quote. Monica forces a smile as Natsuki makes her way to the closet. Natsuki forces one in return. Monica, quote, need help, quote. Natsuki, quote, no, I got it, quote. Monica awkwardly tries to start some kind of conversation, but fails. Curious, she peeks into the closet where Natsuki is stashing all of her manga. Once Star with school supplies, the shelves are now vibrant with bright colors and cute dash-looking artwork. Monica, quote, you know, the top shelf is pretty empty. Maybe we could keep it up there, quote. Natsuki, quote, I can't reach up there. That would be so inconvenient, quote. Monica, quote, yeah, but, quote. Monica sighs. Monica, quote, the teachers are going to ask what all this manga is doing in here, and I have to tell them it's for the literature club, quote.
And?
Oh, yeah, once again, your college professor elitism is showing.
Natsuki, quote, so, quote. Monica, quote, quote.
Yeah, good answer.
Monica backs off and slumps into a desk. With this kind of tension, it feels like the relaxed atmosphere accumulated over the past few weeks is being sucked right out of the room. Sayori, quote, good, after, noon, quote. Sayori sprints into the club room. Natsuki, quote, oh, I see someone's in a good mood, quote. Sayori, quote, yeah, quote. Sayori, quote, because I have this, quote. Sayori brandishes a cookie wrapped in plastic. Sayori, quote, I found some money and got a cookie, quote.
I found some money.
Found some money.
Wait, sorry.
On the topic
Back up
of
a bit.
robbery.
Sayori, quote, I found some money and got a cookie, quote. Sayori, quote, that's so pretty, quote. Sayori trots over to the closet. The colorful shelves catch her eye.
Again. What's with the trotting?
It is our theory. The horse.
I don't know how I feel about that.
It's canon now, man. We've mentioned
No.
it twice. It has to be canon. You know
No.
how this works. Yes.
Sayori, quote, which one do I start with, quote. Natsuki, quote, well, you can start by giving me a bite of that cookie, quote.
To quote Glidus, Sayori is a horse.
Oh man, I need to watch that video again.
Sayori, quote, no way, quote. Sayori, quote, I saved up all my luck to find this money, quote. Natsuki, quote, if you want entry into my kingdom, you need to pay the tax, peasant, quote.
I saved up all my luck to find that money.
Sayori, quote,
Excuse me?
I don't know.
Okay, apparently Sayori has the halfling luck feat.
I would
and
like
she's
an
been
explanation of
grinding
that.
luck points.
Yeah.
Nah.
Defeated, Sayori unwraps a cookie and breaks off a piece for Natsuki. Then, Yuri silently walks into the club room. Monica glances at her with pleading eyes. Yuri returns a quick nod of understanding. Monica, quote, well, everyone's here now, quote. Despite the club only having one more person than before, it somehow feels twice as lively. Monica, quote, okay, so I think that we should go over some potential club activities and see which ones we want to do first, quote. Monica, quote, we have 4 members now, so it would be great if we found some stuff to do as a group, quote. Monica, quote, does this sound good to everyone, quote. Yuri, quote, I agree, quote. Monica, quote, okay, so I have some ideas of my own, but I want to hear your ideas too, quote. Sayori, quote, well, I've been having a lot of fun learning about everyone else's interests, quote. Sayori, quote, maybe we can give each person a day to share their favorite kind of literature with everyone else, quote. Monica, quote, well, maybe, quote.
Yeah. I like Monica's. Yeah, maybe. I don't
God,
read
I have to
manga.
read manga. Yeah, like, why is Monica suddenly so, like, elitist?
Monica,
What
quote,
the
someone tells me
fuck?
that, quote. Monica glances at Yuri and Natsuki, who both appear very unwilling to even consider their interests.
I was about to say, I expected Yuri to
Yeah,
be
fair.
the elitist anti-manga person, but no, apparently Monica's taking that job.
Mm-hmm.
Monica,
Or
quote,
they're-
maybe we can try to come
they're
up with something that everyone
co-ruling.
can enjoy equally, quote. Monica, quote, you know, like we all vote on a book to read, or something like that, quote.
Ah, like we do.
Exactly. And then half the people, you know, don't read it. Don't.
Yeah.
Monica, quote, I think we should all collectively try to expand our interests, rather than just stick to the things we're familiar with, quote. Natsuki, quote, why does it feel like I'm being targeted here, quote. Monica, quote, Natsuki, didn't you say that you would go along with whatever the club wanted to do, quote.
Oh
Monica,
my
no.
God.
What the fuck? What's wrong with Monica this side story? She's like a different person. She doesn't like Natsuki, apparently.
Natsuki, quote, well,
Or
yes,
Natsuki,
but that doesn't
sorry.
make it okay for you to ignore everyone else's preferences, quote. Natsuki, quote, I like Sayori's suggestion, quote.
Correct.
Sayori, quote, yeah, me too, quote.
I like my
Yeah,
own
I like
suggestion.
Monica, quote, yeah, but, quote.
Oh, this
Monica,
game's
quote,
lovely.
MM, quote. Monica's voice trails off. Although she let Natsuki join the club, Monica finds it incredibly difficult to relent to her demands. If Natsuki doesn't respect the club, why should Monica have to yield to Natsuki's opinion on anything?
I mean, I don't know if she doesn't respect the club.
Monica, quote, Natsuki, are you sure that you don't have any other literature interests you could share with the club, quote? Monica, quote, I swear I don't mind if you keep your manga in here, but I just, quote. Natsuki cuts Monica off by suddenly standing up. Natsuki, quote, well, it's obvious that I'm not wanted here, so I'm just going to leave, quote.
Yeah.
Natsuki, quote, but I really would have appreciated you being more upfront about it, quote.
Yeah, like,
I'm with
again,
Natsuki
I think
here.
she's... Yeah, like, Monica's being a bitch.
Monica, quote, okay, I think you're kind of jumping to conclusions here, but you're free to do whatever you want, quote.
No,
No,
you've
she's
been
not.
very
She's
obvious about your distaste for her interests, Monica.
Natsuki,
Yeah,
quote,
like,
quote.
I'm not even, like, polite. Disinterest is fine. Being
Well, yeah.
a dick about it is not.
Being like, I'm not really into it, but you know, okay.
If you enjoy it, sure.
Yeah.
You do that. But this is just being a
But
dick.
yeah, she's being like, oh, manga? Okay.
If I must.
Very, as you said, elitist, just turning up her nose at it. And like,
Natsuki shoots Monica a quick glare before walking straight out of the room. Monica, quote, quote. Sayori, quote, oh no, quote. Sayori runs after her, leaving just Monica and Yuri. For the second time today, Monica slumps down into a desk. Monica, quote, why am I such a jerk, quote.
why?
I don't know.
I don't know.
Monica, quote, no, she's a jerk. She's just making me feel this way, quote.
No.
No.
No,
Go
no,
back,
no,
go
no.
back
Go
a
back,
sentence.
back,
You were
back
right the
up,
first
back
time.
up.
Monica looks up at Yuri, seeking affirmation. Yuri looks away. Monica, quote, she probably just went around looking for the smallest club she could find so that she doesn't have to participate, quote. Monica, quote, how does she expect me to give her respect when she has no respect for the club, quote. Monica, quote, am I wrong? Yuri, quote. Yuri, quote, I'm not good at these things,
Poor
quote.
Yuri.
Monica sighs. Monica, quote, me neither, quote. Monica, quote, I just have no idea what to do, quote. Monica, quote, I don't want to hurt anyone, but I feel like it's not wrong to enforce the club vision, quote. Monica, quote, you know, like, people should join because they want to express their passion for literature, or at least develop it, quote.
She is expressing her passion about literature.
Yeah,
It's just
that you apparently decided this isn't literature.
Yeah.
For
Monica, quote, so
reasons
maybe she's not a good fit for the club after all,
unspecified.
quote. Monica sits in silence, afraid to accept her tentative conclusion. Yuri looks tense, but she doesn't seem to want to add anything. Monica, quote, you can go back to reading. I know this doesn't concern you, quote.
Sayori,
quote, it does,
you
quote.
wanna... Sayori?
She's out with Natsuki.
Okay.
Monica, quote, it does, how, quote. Yuri, quote, well, quote. Yuri, quote, I just can't comfortably read in an atmosphere where the peace has been disturbed, quote. Monica, quote, oh, quote. Monica, quote, well, great, I'm just ruining the whole club, then, quote.
Yes, you are, Monica. Correct.
Yeah, you're being
The
good.
club would be
Once
better
again.
without you.
Okay. In this VN, I don't...
Act 4 club was better. Until
True,
it wasn't.
true. We don't talk about that.
Well, no. The good ending, Act 4 club
Yeah.
was better.
Yes. But in this VN, I think Monica's just being a bitch for some reason today. Normally you're good. Normally you're amazing in these stories. But this one...
Yuri, quote, that's not an accurate conclusion to make, quote. Monica, quote, I know, I'm sorry, quote. Monica, quote, I'm just kind of voicing my frustration, and I guess guilt, quote. Monica, quote, it's like my frustration wants to blame her, but my guilt wants to blame me, quote. Monica, quote, Doug, why is it the hardest to be rational during the times you need it the most, quote.
The guilt
Yuri,
is
quote, I don't
correct.
Yuri, quote, I don't think you're being irrational, quote. Yuri, quote, I think Natsuki is,
I
quote.
do. Incorrect.
Yuri, quote, she has no authority to walk in here and make demands of the club, your club, quote.
What demands did she make?
None. That,
I mean,
you know,
I guess
she'd be allowed to participate.
She'd be
I
allowed
guess.
to put her manga in
I-
here.
Yeah, I guess
Which-
walking in and be like, I'm gonna store my shit here now is a bit of a dick move.
Yeah.
But like, other than that, she's fine. Also, I have a question, and it's completely irrelevant, but
Okay.
how the fuck did she store that much manga in a high school locker? Because I've seen those things, and they're fucking tiny.
Uh,
Is this a TARDIS locker we're talking
I
here?
don't-
Because
I mean, this is a supposedly Japanese school. Maybe they have different closets.
possibly, yeah, fair. But like ours were about the size of like a particularly adroit mailbox, perhaps.
Yuri, quote, something as ridiculous as manga has no place here. The fact that you're even storing it for her should make her completely indebted to you, quote.
Jesus.
Sorry, oh my god!
Wow.
Should make her completely indebted to you.
Holy
Like,
shit.
what the fuck?
This is the Yuri from day 3 of Act 1 where she goes, Sayori is like trying to get the MC to lend her money, and Sayori's like, "Oh, your suffering is fair enough retribution."
Yeah.
It's like, wow, goddamn, Yuri, chill the fuck out.
Yeah, it's not that big a deal.
Monica, quote, well, you're right, but, quote.
No, she is not.
Monica, quote, I don't know, isn't it kind of harsh to say things like it's ridiculous and it has no place here, quote.
Yes.
Yes, it is. Well done. We got there eventually, but we're gonna move on, I assume, to her being wrong again.
If she's gonna be like, but...
Yuri, quote, do you not feel the same way, quote. Yuri, quote, you've been doing everything you can to avoid associating the club with it, quote.
Correct.
Yuri, quote, so I assumed you felt the same way about it, quote. Monica, quote, that's not true, quote. Monica, quote, well, quote, recalling her confrontations with Natsuki, a realization starts to set in. Monica, quote, quote. Monica, quote, you may be right, quote. Monica, quote, I mean, if it was anything besides manga, would I really be acting like this, quote.
Mm-hmm.
No.
Monica, quote, maybe I've just been convincing myself that it has nothing to do with the manga, quote.
Mm-hmm.
Monica, quote, I'm really upset that I would let myself do that, quote. With a sigh,
As you
Monica
should
walks
be.
over to the
Well
closet.
done.
She finds herself staring at the colourful shells. Monica, quote, it's just, this really wasn't what I had in mind for a club about literature, quote. Monica, quote, there shouldn't be anything wrong with it, quote. Monica starts defending her position once again. It's a complicated issue that Monica had failed to consider before now. Where is the line even drawn at what's considered literature? Lost in thought, she reaches into one of the larger box sets and pulls out a volume, inspecting it for no particular reason. The cover features 4 girls striking cute and exaggerated poses, all dressed in short skirts.
Probably parfait girls.
Monica, quote,
Yeah.
I mean, quote. Amused by the absurdity of the cover, Monica opens the book. DDLC.
Oh, what an ending. Okay, chat. Apparently my favorite. Yeah, well, we gave you Natsuki and you said, yeah, I'll take her. So, But yeah, she's here now. Okay, Game Trier is with us on the Can't Start Conversations. Philip says, I agree with Luceus, fuck talking in crowds of 30 people. Yeah, not even 30 people. I mean, yes, 30 people is like, I'm just gonna retreat into my shell at that point. Fuck that. But even if it's 10 people, I'm probably not gonna talk too much. Not a big ice cream fan. I suck at started conversation with sighted folks. How could someone hate on the best of literature? No idea if it is, but not sure if the game says it is, then it is. I mean, the game doesn't have a position, like, I don't think the game is saying manga is the best type of literature. That's not what the game is saying, it's just saying it is literature. Phillips has never read a single manga in all my life. Well, that's because we can't, really. She probably just saved her for up the store. Nobody gave her crap. Sayori is now a horse. There's no escape from the horse. Yeah, she does. She told the MC, if you don't take it seriously, go home. She did. Oh, Game Trier is asking for the ranking of the girls, which we have discussed plenty of times on the channel, I think. My ranking...
Brief sum up. Yeah, you go with yours first, then I'll...
My ranking currently, and it has been for a while, Monica number 4, for obvious reasons. Fuck that bitch. Yuri number 3 / Natsuki number 2, they're kind of interchangeable. I like them both in a similar amount, I guess. Just they're very different. And then, of course, very, very, very distant number 1. Above everything, above everyone else, Sayori.
Okay, mine is actually very different to yours. Number 4 is Monica. Obviously, I feel
Yeah,
like that's
yeah,
kind of
yeah.
a given.
I know who's
Number-
your number 1 is, obviously.
Of course, everyone does. But number 3 is Natsuki. I don't dislike her. I think she's fun. I like her,
Okay. It's
but
not
she
that
just doesn't
different, then.
resonate with me. Yeah, I know, but it's different in just in the distance, if you will.
Yeah.
But yeah, number 3, Natsuki. I like her. She's fun, but she just doesn't resonate with me as much as any of the other characters, saving Monica. Number 2 and number 1 are very close together. I like Yuri more, but I also really do like Sayori. Like, I don't have one super aggressive, like, way above everyone else. I like Yuri more, but I do like Sayori as well a lot. So I won't say it's a toss-up, but it's like 60%, 40%.
Yeah, I like. If someone said they dislike Sayori, I'd be like, how? I don't like. And that's kind of in the character. Like, she's designed to be likable. I get that from the whole meta perspective. I guess they all are, except Monica. She's likable also in a way, in certain circumstances. But yeah, like, I think Sayori is very hard to dislike. But I may be just biased. Oh, interesting. Philip's rankings. So Philip's rankings are the same as yours, Shane. Interesting.
Yeah, I can see it. I don't know. That is
says,
my
I think.
Like...
And Game Trier, Natsuki, Sayori, Monica. Oh, Yuri last. Ooh, okay. Interesting. I can't even remember the name. Damn. Okay. Yeah, we can finish part 2 of this other story.
Side stories. DDL side story. Respect part 1. Respect part 2. Respect part 2. Respect part 2. Side stories. Natsuki, quote, this sucks. Why is Monica such a jerk, quote?
We've been discussing that for the last, 20 minutes.
Natsuki, quote, she should be grateful that I even joined her stupid club. It's not like she can find any members, quote. Sayori, quote, Monica's usually really nice, quote. Sayori, quote, she cares so much about everyone in the club being happy, quote. Natsuki, quote, yeah, right, quote. Sayori, quote, well, she usually does, quote. Natsuki, quote, maybe when she's not busy being so judgmental, quote. Natsuki, quote, so what if I'm into manga, quote. Natsuki, quote, why can't just one person accept that, instead of being so condescending about it, quote. Sayori, quote, I accept it, quote. Sayori, quote, I think it's cute, quote. Natsuki, quote, oh, come on, that's condescending too, quote. Sayori, quote, I'm sorry, I didn't mean it like that, quote. Sayori, quote, I just want to support you, quote. Natsuki sighs. Natsuki, quote, I know, thanks, quote. Natsuki, quote, it just really sucks, quote. Sayori, quote, do you want me to talk to Monica, quote. Natsuki, quote, I don't know, quote. Natsuki, quote, it's not like it's gonna change her opinion of me, quote. Natsuki, quote, like, even if you were to convince her to back off, quote. Natsuki, quote, that wouldn't suddenly make me feel like I'm actually welcome in the club, quote. Natsuki, quote, I should just find another club, quote. Sayori, quote, wait, you don't have to do that, quote. Sayori, quote, we can figure this out, please, quote. Sayori, quote, I mean, I'm a vice president, or at least I think I am, quote. Sayori, quote, and I don't want you to leave. Everyone deserves to feel welcome and to be happy, so I want to make that happen for you, quote. Natsuki, quote. Sayori, quote, I was wondering, quote. Sayori, quote, what was the reason that you decided to join the literature club, quote. Natsuki, quote, well, quote. Natsuki hesitates. Natsuki, quote, it's kind of dumb, quote. Sayori, quote, or don't say that, quote. Sayori, quote, there's no such thing as a dumb reason when everyone is welcome, quote. Natsuki, quote, I wasn't welcome, quote. Sayori, quote, you were to me, quote. Sayori, quote, so, quote. Natsuki, quote. Natsuki, quote, just don't tell anyone, okay, quote. Natsuki, quote, especially Monica, quote. Sayori, quote, I promise, quote. Natsuki sighs. Natsuki, quote, I'm just tired of everyone judging me all the time, quote. Natsuki, quote, I can't enjoy any of the stuff I'm into without people making snotty comments about it, quote. Natsuki, quote, not that I care about what anyone else thinks, quote. Natsuki, quote, but the signs for the literature club said that you can be yourself or whatever, quote. Natsuki, quote, so I decided it was at least worth a shot, quote. Natsuki, quote, but that was a lie, apparently, quote. Natsuki dejectedly clicks the toe of her shoe against the wall. Natsuki, quote, oh, and I like writing too, quote. Sayori, quote, really, quote. Sayori, quote, how come you didn't say that to Monica, quote. Natsuki, quote, because, quote. Natsuki, quote, she was being so judgmental that I didn't just want to tell her something she wanted to hear, quote. Natsuki, quote, she didn't deserve that kind of satisfaction, quote. Natsuki, quote, and if she knew I was into running, then she would just be like everyone else and try to push me away from the manga in favor of the more mature thing, quote. Sayori, quote, quote. The two of them remain silent for a while. Sayori understands that it's out of the question for Natsuki to return to the clubroom for today, at least. But Natsuki has a reason for wanting to join the club, just like everyone else. It's part of the club vision for her to be welcome. Sayori, quote, you deserve to express yourself as much as everyone else does, quote. Sayori, quote, that's supposed to be what the club is for, quote. Sayori, quote, so, quote. Sayori, quote, I'm going to do everything I can to fix this, quote. Sayori, quote, I promise, quote. It's lunchtime the next day. The cafeteria and hallways are bustling with students rushing to meet with their friends and make the most out of their limited break time. Monica, quote, where could she be? Quote, among them is Monica, who always eats lunch in her classroom dash dash, but she has some additional business today. Fearing Natsuki would avoid coming to the club, Monica decided to try to find her during lunch so that she could make amends. After searching for an extensive time, Monica finally spots her. Despite her short stature, Natsuki's bright hair helps her stand out from the crowd. Monica, quote, oh gosh, quote, suddenly feeling awkward, Monica is afraid to get closer. Natsuki is with some friends who Monica doesn't recognize, and they're all energetically chatting together. It would be really tactless to just interrupt them. NF1, quote, oh yeah, did you end up joining the literature club, or what? Quote.
Oh! Okay, good testing point. I didn't actually play this story with the mod. But yeah, okay. New character. Natsuki friend 1, I guess.
Recognizing. Miss Shane B4TSG, Torgob 40th friend 1, GHU, did you end up joining friend 1?
Oh, it says friend 1.
REND space 1. GHU, did you end up joining the literature club, or what? Doki Doki literature, NF1, quote, oh yeah.
Well, here it says NF1, okay.
It must be, yeah, it might be just a weird label.
Yeah, is that important? Probably not.
I feel like it's very obvious, but like you might want to, like, I don't know how easy that would be for Glot to tweet,
Yeah.
but probably not that hard.
I might, yeah, I'll probably look into it, but
You could just hard code it, be like, wherever the name is NF1,
Yeah.
change it to Natsuki's friend 1.
yeah,
Natsuki,
Problem.
quote,
Natsuki's.
why
I
would
don't know
quote,
why I always do that.
because the TTS says Natsuki.
Natsuki, quote,
Yeah, but I know the correct way to say it. It's just locked in my brain at this point.
NF2, quote, ha, I told you she would join, quote. Recognizing, talk friend, quote, ha, I told friend 2.
Yeah, it says friend 2.
Doki
Okay,
Doki.
well,
Yeah, I assume you could just hard code that and have it replace it.
NF2, quote, ha, I told you she would join, quote.
okay. Well, yeah, it's something to do for the next release, which I've also been... someone on the Disco server asked if like there's an auto update system for the mod, for the Disco mod, or for the Final Fantasy mod. And I was like, huh, that's a neat thing that I could maybe implement. So I actually implemented a system in the 10 minutes before the stream, because Cloud Coach is fast like that. I just need to test it.
Oh, okay. I should do that as well at some point. Probably not till we're out of beta, but I
Yeah.
should do that.
Yeah, all I did was it basically checks GitHub releases at the start, but only every 24 hours, so it doesn't do it on every launch, because I think that's too much.
Annoying, yeah. Maybe
well-
not every 24 hours, maybe every hour.
Yeah, but that's basically every launch too. Like, who's gonna launch the game? You know, like
Yeah.
we launch it a lot because we test it. We test the mod. But like someone normal, like they're gonna launch the game, play the game for a while, then turn it off again. And
Yeah, but my thing is, like, if I was playing in the morning, then you dropped an update and I launched it, I'd kind of expect it to auto-update. Like, you know, I would find it weird if
I guess we can
said,
run
why
the
isn't it
check.
updated?"
Because if the check doesn't find
Yeah, like,
anything,
if
it
the
will
check
just
fails, it does nothing else.
Yeah.
So, I feel like running the check, you know, a few times is fine. I think once an hour, even
Yeah,
once every
once-
30 minutes will be plenty.
Yeah, once an hour seems good, yeah. But yeah, all it does is check the releases. If there is one, it'll tell you. And like open the browser.
Nice.
NF1, quote, come on, you know she only joined because you wouldn't stop giving her crap about the anime club, quote. Natsuki, quote, I told you, I never even wanted to join that stupid club, quote. NF1, quote, oh, sure, quote. NF2, quote, well, you have to give her some credit for at least making an effort to finally grow past that trash, quote. NF1, quote, true, well, congrats on finally graduating middle school. Natsuki, we're proud of you, quote. Natsuki, quote, shut up, just let me do my thing, quote. NF1, quote, I'm just joking, you know we love you, quote. NF2, quote, yeah,
These
once the
are
literature club makes you a famous
friends.
writer, we'll be the first ones to buy your book, quote.
Yeah? Friends.
Yeah.
You sure?
NF2, quote, yeah, once the literature club makes you a famous writer, we'll be the first ones to buy your book, quote. NF1, quote, what, you're gonna buy her smutty fan fiction, quote. NF2, quote, well, obviously, I want a signed copy, quote. Natsuki, quote, that was like years ago, you don't think I've grown out of it by now, quote.
Oh. Okay then.
Oh, I want to read that.
Wait, also years ago, you're quite young. What age are you writing that at?
Well, she's 18.
Okay, never mind.
NF1, quote, I told you, I was joking. Besides, it's a good reminder of how far you've come since then, quote. NF1, quote, not to mention you couldn't have done it without us. That gives us a pass to joke about it, quote. Natsuki, quote, yeah, sure, quote. NF2, quote, they grow up so fast, it brings a tear to my eye, quote. Natsuki suddenly glances in Monica's direction, prompting Monica to quickly turn away and distance herself. Monica, quote, what the heck, quote.
Yeah, it's interesting. Like this, you could just interpret this as, you know, friendly ribbing. But
like,
it's a bit...
I think it's a bit too pointed.
Yeah.
Like I think the fanfic thing, friendly ribbing. That's fine. But the mango bit, like, fuck off, man. That's not just banter. That's being a dick.
Yeah.
Monica, quote, that was horrible, quote. Monica, quote, I should have said something to defend her. Why do I have to be so conflict dash avoidant, quote. Monica, quote, not that I deserve to say anything. I'm hardly better than them after the way I treated her, quote.
Mm-hmm.
Monica, quote, Doug, I'm so awful. I'm not doing anything right, quote.
Good on you, Monica. You know. Again, we talked last I almost said episode. I guess they are kind of episodes. Last side story about like people who, you know, reflect and be like, yeah, okay, I'll admit that, you know, okay, I was wrong. And Monica's doing that here, at least in her own head. So, you know, good on you, Monica. We gave you some crap in the first part, but...
After school ends, Monica distractedly makes her way to the club room. She finds Yuri already inside, eyes on a book as usual. Monica picks a desk and slumps into it dash something she seems to be doing rather often lately. Monica, quote, Yuri, I don't think I can be club president, quote. Monica, quote, I suck at handling anything that doesn't go like exactly my way, quote. Yuri looks up from her book. Monica, quote, it's like the literature club is a place where you get to express yourself, unless it's in a way that I don't like. I'm so mad at myself, quote. Monica, quote, and I'm especially mad that I didn't have the self-reflection skills to realize what I was doing. So much for maturity, quote. Monica, quote, sorry, I really shouldn't be complaining out loud like this. There's just like a lot on my mind, quote. Yuri, quote, no, quote. Monica, quote, HM, quote. Yuri, quote, I enjoy listening, quote. Monica, quote, really, quote. Yuri, quote, MHM, quote. Monica, quote, why, quote. Yuri shrugs. Yuri, quote, it just makes me feel nice, quote. Monica, quote, oh, well, okay, I guess I'll just continue, then, quote. Yuri nods. Monica, quote, yeah, quote. Monica, quote, well, Natsuki has kind of a blunt attitude, you know, quote. Monica, quote, it made me feel like she wasn't taking the club seriously. I couldn't even figure out why she wanted to join, quote. Monica, quote, I saw her friends talking to her in the hallway during lunch, and they were just so mean to her, quote. Monica, quote, telling her to grow up and stuff like that the literature club would help her grow out of her manga, quote. Monica, quote, it just made me so mad. Like,
yeah, those comments.
So why are you trying to take that away from her, quote?
Those comments were like, yeah, well,
Yeah.
just grow out of it, lol.
Monica, quote, and when I had the thought, it was when I came to the realization that I was kind of doing the same thing, just in a roundabout way, quote. Monica, quote, I should have made her feel good about being passionate about something, but I just dismissed it. No, I was actually trying to avoid acknowledging it at all, quote. Monica, quote, I even did that with you, Yuri, when you first joined the club, quote. Yuri, quote, you did, quote. Monica, quote, yeah, I remember, fantasy isn't really my thing, so I was kind of trying to dismiss it, but then Sayori jumped in and took over the conversation, quote. Monica, quote, I should have reflected on that, but I didn't, because I just let Sayori handle it instead, quote. Monica, quote, and now I'm repeating the same mistake, except I really hurt someone this time, quote. Monica shakes her head. Monica, quote, I'm so tired of being afraid of things I'm not comfortable with, quote. Monica, quote, it's so stupid, quote. Monica, quote, like, I can just picture how much joy it would bring Natsuki if I let her share a passion a little, quote. Monica, quote, I'm so angry that her friends were treating her like that. I'm going to get them back for it, quote. Yuri, quote, get them back, quote. Monica, quote, yeah, quote. Monica, quote, I'll get them back by making sure that this is the literature club that Natsuki wants, not the one that they want, quote.
Okay, no. Okay, we're not doing murder.
Yeah, Shane got excited.
Yeah, I was suddenly like, oh, wait, could we be doing a murder?
Suddenly, Sayori bursts through the door, making Monica and Yuri jump.
Doki Doki Murder Club.
Yeah,
I-
kind of explains why RimWorld is the perfect game for me.
If that's not a mod that exists, by the way, I'm making it.
Please do.
Doki Doki Murder Club. I mean, it kind of is though.
I was about to say,
Monica
kind of already
did
is.
do that, so you know.
Like 3 times.
Mm-hmm.
Suddenly, Sayori bursts through the door, making Monica and Yuri jump. With a rare, stern face, she marches over to Monica's desk and sits down next to her. Sayori, quote, I'm having an intervention, quote.
Oh shit.
Sayori, quote, I can do that because I'm vice president, quote. Monica, quote, is this about Natsuki, quote. Sayori, quote, yes, quote. Monica, quote, yeah, I know, quote. Monica, quote, I messed up, I'm super sorry, quote. Monica, quote, I was just talking to Yuri about it, quote. Sayori, quote, really, quote. Monica, quote, I was so dismissive of her passion that she felt threatened and probably just unwelcome, quote. Monica, quote, literally the opposite of what the literature club is supposed to be, quote. Monica, quote, I really need to make it up to her, quote. Sayori, quote, oh, quote. Sayori, quote, yay, I did it, quote. Monica, quote, thanks for the intervention. Sayori, I'm glad we're on the same page, quote. Sayori, quote, friendship wins again, quote. Sayori, quote, so how do you want to make it up to her, quote. Monica, quote, I have a plan, quote. Monica, quote, Sayori, do you know if Natsuki is coming to the club meeting today, quote. Sayori, quote, I don't think she is, quote. Monica, quote, I see, quote. Monica was afraid of that, not because of her plan, but because she's facing the consequences of the damage that she's inadvertently caused. But the only way to do the right thing is to face it head on. It's so easy to just run away from conflict and wait for it to blow over. But that's not enough. To truly respect someone's feelings after you've hurt them is to face them and admit your wrongdoing. Not the wrongdoing of mismanaging the club but the wrongdoing of disrespecting Natsuki's feelings. Monica, quote, okay, do you think you can get her to come to the
2
meeting
in a
tomorrow,
row.
quote. Sayori, quote, I can do that, quote. Monica, quote, okay, awesome, quote. Monica, quote, Yuri, you don't have to worry about anything, but thank you for being my friend. You're a good listener, quote. Yuri, quote, quote. Fidgeting with her hair, Yuri turns away to hide a smile. Monica, quote, well, I guess for today, it's going to be a pretty quiet club meeting, quote. Monica, quote, I'm going to step out for a bit, is it okay, quote. Sayori, quote, yeah, I'm just gonna read with Yuri, quote. Sayori, quote, hey, is this one of Natsuki's books? How come it's out here, quote. Sayori picks up the manga that was resting on an adjacent desk. Monica, quote, oh, Natsuki probably just left it out by accident, quote. Sayori, quote, but I thought she hasn't been coming to the club, quote. Yuri, quote, actually, Monica's been dash, quote. Monica, quote, okay, Yuri, I'm sure it was just someone else who was using this classroom, then, okay, quote. Yuri, quote, Monica smiles at them both. Then, with a wave, she exits the club room. Monica, quote, I really shouldn't have left that out, quote. Monica, quote, if Sayori catches on, she'll definitely tell Natsuki, and it would get really awkward, quote. Monica, quote, now, I wonder if there's a keyboard I could borrow from the music room, quote. The time for the next club meeting has already arrived. Monica and Yuri are the first to arrive. Monica, quote, I'm so worried, quote. Monica, quote, do you think Sayori is going to be able to bring Natsuki, quote. Yuri, quote, yes, quote. Monica, quote, how do you know, quote. Yuri, quote, quote. Yuri, quote, well, she's Sayori, quote. Monica, quote, HM, quote. Monica, quote, you know, you're right, quote. Time slowly passes. Monica sits, then stands up to pace around, then sits again. Yuri's eyes don't move from her book. Then, the door finally opens. Sayori marches inside. Behind her, Natsuki shuffles inside, nervously looking around the room. Sayori, quote, we're here, quote. Monica, quote, welcome back, quote. Monica, the club president, stands up and greets them with a smile. Sayori picks a desk and takes a seat. Sayori picks a desk and takes a seat. Natsuki sits closely next to her, looking back and forth between the club members. Monica is struck with a nostalgic feeling. She would stand at the front of the club room just like this, struggling to picture just who may eventually be sitting before her.
I love this song. This is my favorite from the new soundtrack.
What imagination was never enough to predict just how unique and diverse each member would be. Each with her own struggles, her own reasons for seeking the vision that Monica had admittedly so vaguely advertised. Seeking trust. Understanding. Respect.
Hey, that's the titles of the stories.
Yeah. There's a word for that, isn't there? There's a word for like when a piece of media references its own title in the text. I can't think of it, but I know it's a thing. It doesn't matter.
What new lessons will the future hold for them?
It's probably on TV Tropes, but if we go on TV Tropes, we'll never finish.
We'll never leave.
Yeah.
What new lessons will the future hold for the Literature Club? Realizing she's getting ahead of herself, Monica takes a deep breath and returns to the present. Monica, quote, okay, everyone, quote.
Hey.
Monica, quote, the Literature Club is starting, quote.
There it is.
She did the thing.
Monica, quote, we have an activity planned for today, quote. Monica turns around to face the chalkboard. On it, she writes, quote, manga, quote, in big letters. Monica, quote, today, we're going to learn from an expert about a unique form of literature, manga, quote. Natsuki, quote, oh, come on, quote. Natsuki, quote, isn't this kind of forced, quote. Natsuki, quote, I know you don't actually want to do this, so just, quote. Monica shakes her head. Monica, quote, Natsuki, quote, this is the hardest part. After making it this far, it would be so easy to just smile and move on. But that's not enough, not this time. Monica, quote, I'm sorry, quote. Monica, quote, it was wrong of me not to take you seriously when you were kind enough to show interest in my club, quote. Monica, quote, I thought about it, and I realized how biased I was against manga, quote. Monica, quote, it caused me to disrespect you, and I'm sorry, quote. Monica, quote, but I think you deserve to be able to share your passion with us, quote. Monica, quote, so, can I make it up to you, quote. Natsuki, quote, well, thanks, but, quote. Natsuki, quote, I know you're only doing this because Sayori told you to, quote. Sayori, quote, wait, that's not true, quote. Sayori, quote, Monica planned this all by herself. I didn't even get a chance to talk to her, quote. Yuri, quote, I was witness to that as well, quote. Monica, quote, this is the Literature Club, quote. Monica, quote, the Literature Club is a place where everyone gets to be themselves, quote. Monica, quote, we all have our own interests and our differences, quote. Monica, quote, it's my vision to let us freely express it, quote. Monica, quote, and it's my goal to respect everyone for them, quote. Monica, quote, so, I just want to learn about the things that make you happy, quote. Monica, quote, I think that you deserve to share that joy as much as everyone else does, quote. Monica, quote, is it okay, quote. Natsuki looks away and hesitates. Natsuki, quote, but, quote. Natsuki, quote, it's really dumb, quote. Natsuki, quote, the stuff I'm into, quote. Monica smiles. She kneels in front of Natsuki's desk, looking her straight in the eye. Monica, quote, if you like it, then it's not dumb, quote. Sayori, quote, oh, except for me, quote. Monica, quote, Sayori, you're not dumb either, quote. Natsuki, quote, what the heck, quote. Natsuki, quote, you guys are so weird, quote. Natsuki, quote, fine, I'll show you some of my manga, quote. Natsuki, quote, only because you admitted that it's literature after all, quote. Natsuki stands up. Natsuki, quote, oh yeah, I didn't say this before, but, quote. Natsuki, quote, I'm actually into writing, too. I'm kind of a pro, quote. Natsuki, quote, but I didn't want you to like me just for that, quote. Monica, quote, wow, really, quote. Monica, quote, I really did have you wrong, Natsuki, quote. Natsuki, quote, yeah, whatever, quote. Natsuki, quote, today's not about that anyway, right, quote. Natsuki, quote, it's about manga, so I hope you're ready, quote. A week has passed since Natsuki returned to the Literature Club. Since then, the club activities have been in full swing. Each club member had received a day in the spotlight to share all of their favorite kinds of literature with each other. As another meeting draws to a close, Monica approaches Natsuki on the way out. Monica, quote, Natsuki, are you in a hurry home or anything, quote. Natsuki, quote, me, not particularly, why, quote. Monica, quote, oh, there was just something that I wanted to show you, if you had a few minutes, quote. Natsuki, quote, sure, what is it, quote. Monica, quote, it's not in here, can you follow me to the music room, quote. Natsuki, quote, the music room, quote. Natsuki, quote, why, quote. Monica, quote, well, you'll see, quote. Monica, quote, you know, I was thinking back, quote. Monica, quote, when the club was just me and Sayori, we would talk about how we envisioned the club to turn out, quote. Monica, quote, we cared a lot about it being a place where people could express themselves, quote. Monica, quote, and she said something strange to me. She said that I was trying to make the club that I needed myself more than anyone, quote. Monica, quote, but I think it wasn't until you joined that I fully understood that, quote. Monica, quote, because you really taught me a lot about myself, like, things that I was probably always too stubborn to admit, quote. Natsuki, quote, oh, come on, you can't mean that. I didn't even do anything, quote. Natsuki, quote, I just brought a bunch of manga, and then I got fussy when I didn't have my way, quote. Natsuki, quote, it was really stupid of me to make such a big deal out of it, quote. Monica, quote, no, I honestly needed it, quote. Monica, quote, if you didn't express that you were hurt, I would never have realized that I did something wrong, quote. Monica, quote, besides, your feelings are valid, quote. Monica, quote, they deserve to be heard and respected, quote. Natsuki, quote, quote. Natsuki, quote, it's just really hard to feel that way sometimes, quote. Natsuki, quote, you know, like, I really shouldn't care about what other people think in the first place, quote. Natsuki, quote, but when you're just criticized by everyone around you for being a certain way, it can get really hard to just brush it off, quote. Natsuki, quote, and it makes me start to feel like I'm the problem, quote. Natsuki, quote, like I'm not doing enough to please everyone else, quote. Natsuki, quote, am I being too entitled if I just want people to like me without me having to hide a bunch of stuff about myself, quote. Natsuki, quote, I don't think I am, quote. Natsuki, quote, I just wish that sometimes people would try to appreciate me for who I actually am, quote. As Monica listens, she recalls vividly how Natsuki's friends were treating her and how naturally they did so. How long has she been fighting against that, refusing to change for others? Monica, quote, I could only wish I was as strong as you are, Natsuki, quote. Monica, quote, you're so honest with yourself, quote. Monica, quote, I'm like, always trying to come off as perfect for other people, quote. Monica, quote, anytime there's like a hint of contention, I just crumble, quote. Monica, quote, but it's thanks to you that I really started thinking about this stuff, quote. Monica, quote, you really inspired me to start working on it, quote. Natsuki, quote, but quote. Natsuki, quote, well, like I said, I didn't even do anything, quote. Monica, quote, you were just being yourself, that's all you needed to do, quote. Monica, quote, also, there's something else, quote. Natsuki, quote, HM, quote. Monica takes a breath. Monica, quote, the thing is, quote. Monica, quote, I might have read a little bit of your manga, quote. Natsuki, quote, what? You, quote. Natsuki, quote, what the heck? Why didn't you tell me? Quote. Monica, quote, I'm sorry. I think I just felt like kind of embarrassed to admit it after I gave you such a hard time about it, quote. Natsuki, quote, quote. Natsuki, quote, I can't believe you, of all people, were reading manga behind my back. That's so funny, quote. Monica, quote, yeah, well, quote. Monica, quote, I just flipped through one of them out of curiosity, but I ended up reading a whole bunch of it, quote. Monica, quote, but I mean, one of the characters was in a literature club. What are the chances? Right, quote. Natsuki, quote, you were reading Parfait Girls, quote. Natsuki, quote, well, you have good taste, quote. Monica, quote, just one volume, quote. Monica, quote, I kind of just picked it out randomly, quote. Natsuki, quote, well, you have good intuition, then, quote. Natsuki, quote, you have to tell me all your favorite parts, quote. Monica, quote, quote. Monica, quote, well, I think it was some kind of weird fate, quote. Monica, quote, because the character isn't just in a literature club, she also plays piano, quote. Monica, quote, it's just weird because I've always wanted to learn piano, quote. Monica, quote, it's just weird because I've always wanted to learn piano, quote. Monica, quote, she was like the perfect person that I always wish I was if I just did what I wanted instead of always second guessing myself, quote. Monica walks over to the piano and sits down. Monica, quote, I always felt like I should only share the absolute best parts of myself, the parts that will impress people or make them like me more, quote. Monica, quote, but after you joined the club, I really realized how self-destructive that mentality is, quote. Monica, quote, we share things because we want to express ourselves. Sharing experiences allows us to share emotions, quote. Monica, quote, and I just felt like I wanted to show you this, because if it wasn't for you, I never would have started playing, quote. Natsuki, quote, hey, I think the credit for this one goes to Parfait Girls, not me, quote. Monica, quote, no, quote. Monica, quote, well, maybe it's true that Parfait Girls put a thought into my head, quote. Monica, quote, but it was still you who inspired me to keep practicing every day, quote. Natsuki, quote, every day, quote. Monica, quote, because, you know, you just make me feel like if I want to do something, I should just do it, quote. Monica, quote, I mean, I still haven't been practicing for very long, quote. Monica, quote, and I'm really not any good at it yet, like dash at all, quote.
Oh.
Monica, quote, I mean, I still haven't been practicing for very long, quote.
Oh wait, that's not.
Monica,
But this
quote, and I'm
one.
really not any good at it yet, like dash at all, quote.
Yeah, that's straight from the voice dialogue at the end of the game.
Monica, quote, but I wrote a song for the club, quote. Monica, quote, and I worked really, really hard on it, quote.
But I wrote you a song, and I worked really, really hard on it.
Monica, quote, it doesn't have any words or anything, but, well, yeah, quote.
So, yeah. Yeah, it's this song. This is really simple, actually. I should learn this. I can do this by ear. Oh. Nice. The fucking Mario cadence.
I didn't even notice that.
Monica, quote, that's all, quote.
That's what it's called, actually. It's called the Mario cadence. The like 3 chords at the end, because that's how the Mario theme ends.
Natsuki, quote, that was so, quote. Monica, quote, it was, quote. Natsuki, quote, yeah, are you kidding? You're like already a pro, quote.
That was pretty simple. But it was nice.
Monica, quote, that, not even close, quote. Natsuki, quote, does the song have a name, quote. Natsuki, quote, you said it was about the club, so, quote. Monica, quote, yeah, quote. Monica, quote, it's called My Song, your note, quote. Monica, quote, because, quote. Monica, quote, everyone brings something so unique to the club, quote.
Also, fun fact, encyclopedia skill coming in. MSYN, My Song, Your Note. Monica, Sayori, Yuri, Natsuki.
Oh, that's cool. I never saw that. That's very nice. Well done.
Monica, quote, it's completely different from how I first imagined it, I think, quote. Monica, quote, but I was like,
So many little
perfectionist, quote.
jokes. Or not jokes, but like references and hidden illusions in this.
Yeah.
Monica, quote, it shouldn't be about me, it should be about everyone, quote. Monica, quote, and it's all of you who helped shape the club into what it is, quote. Monica, quote, I would never change it, quote. Natsuki, quote, well, quote. Natsuki, quote, I think that's really thoughtful, quote. Natsuki, quote, and kind of flattering, quote. Natsuki, quote, I kind of feel like I don't deserve this much validation, quote. Natsuki, quote, I wasn't exactly very patient either when I first joined the club, quote. Natsuki, quote, it makes me feel like I should probably apologize too, quote. Natsuki, quote, I think I was just really fed up with a lot of things, and I got frustrated after not getting my way in the club, quote. Natsuki, quote, so, yeah, quote. Natsuki, quote, I really didn't mean to take it out on you, quote. Natsuki, quote, I was being really
I
immature,
don't
quote.
know. You were reasonable, to be honest.
Yeah, you were alright.
Natsuki,
Asking
quote,
to store your books in there on like a first meeting, sure, that was
Yeah,
a
a little
move,
bit.
but otherwise,
Yeah.
leaving, I would have left too.
Yeah.
Natsuki, quote, Data, if you get my stubborn butt to apologize, I guess you're doing something right, quote. Monica, quote, it's fine, I passed it too. I think we're already even, quote. Monica, quote, but it's really sweet that you were thinking about it. It takes a Natsuki, quote, well, dash, dash, quote. Natsuki, quote, well, I wonder who I got it from, quote. Monica, quote, HM, quote. Natsuki, quote, oh, never mind, quote. Natsuki, quote, well, anyway, we're even as long as you let me keep my manga in the club room, quote. Natsuki, quote, you did admit that it's a form of literature. You totally can't take that back now, quote. Monica, quote, you got me, because it's all yours, quote. Natsuki, quote, quote. Natsuki, quote, I'll tell you what, I'll bring in a little something for the club tomorrow, quote. Natsuki, quote, I want to do something nice in return, quote.
Cupcakes.
Monica, quote, what kind of little something, quote. Natsuki, quote, oh, you'll see, quote.
Cat-shaped something, probably.
Natsuki, quote, but I don't think you'll be disappointed, quote. The next club meeting ends up being a particularly tasty one.
Uh-huh. And I think that's...
DDLC.
Damn it, now I want cupcakes.
Okay.
I enjoyed that
2153.
one, though.
Yeah, that was a little more light than the
Yeah,
other
so
two.
what do we want to... How many is left? One, isn't it?
One?
Yeah.
What?
Like one side story left. 4.
No,
You
3.
said there are 4 total.
There are 6 total.
Oh, where the fuck did I get 4 from? Jesus. Okay, yeah, no.
I
think we
said
should
I
stop
said there
here.
were 4 remaining after the second one.
Ah, okay, sorry. Gotcha. Yeah, we should probably stop here then. But then...
Oh shit, I've
I
been
don't
so
know,
focused on the stream I kind of forgot everything else. Well, NF1 works, Natsuki's friend 1. Yeah, but we know what that means, but I will look into it, but that'll be for... I obviously won't do that now, but that's something to do for the next release. Google text is... Doesn't pronounce the U. Oh. Oh my god. Philip. Did you see what he posted?
No.
Ah. God damn it. This is probably terrible.
Introducing the Doki Doki.
Oh no.
Huh?
Fanfiction.net. Doki Doki Murder
Oh,
Club.
no. I'm not doing that after Philip's last fanfic recommendation.
Was that Philip? Wait. If you're talking about the Hogwarts one?
No, I'm talking about Celebrian.
Oh, that one. Yeah. Doki Doki Murder Club. Yeah. Well, I have some reading material, I guess. Let's see how long this is. Yeah, I guess we're not doing more today.
Yeah, I was about to say, while you're looking at that, I need to run to the bathroom really quick, so I'll be right back.
We got 3 more stories. I don't know. A series of unfortunate events for MC. Oh my god. 15 chapters, 36,000 words. Oh. Alright. Oh, I fully expect it to be bad, yes. Also...
Doki Doki side 5 Maya picture music. Track 6. Point track 13. Yuri at track 14. My song. Your note by Nikki Keeler 243.
Yeah, let's play the Plus soundtrack.
Toggling playback for my song. Your note.
Yeah, this is terrible. This is terrible so far.
And I'm back. Sorry about that.
Wow, this is terrible.
Standard.
Just reading the first chapter of Doki Doki Murder Club. By the way, it's 15 chapters, 36,000 words. Also, why is Monica's text name in this Mon? Sayori's is Sayo.
Okay.
Sayori's is Sayo, which, okay, fine. But Mon?
Why even do that?
What? What? Oh my god.
Well,
And Sayori just says, okay, I'll do that. THX. No, Sayori would never do this.
huh?
Oh, this is... Okay, this goes on a punishment wheel for me.
Okay.
Because,
No
yeah,
tips.
Sayori never would do this. This is insane. Okay. Ooh, okay. Yep. That is a punishment wheel game. Fanfic.
Doki Doki Literature Club Class, Track 15, PG.
Okay, this is a very loud song.
Track 16, Strawberry Peppermint, toggling playback for Strawberry.
Oh, this one is also loud.
Toggling playback for Lavender Mist. Music,
I don't think
Settings.
I can...
10% sound volume, 100%. Music volume, 10%, 0%. 10%.
Yeah.
Settings, music. Track 7,
Let's just play
track
a
9, 1%.
quieter song.
Toggling playback. Stop
This
button,
one.
currently playing, skip forward button, loop toggle, current loop enabled. Music.
Right, so... I guess it's time to release the mod, yeah?
Yeah, I assume so.
We're not doing any more of those side stories anymore. We have 3 left. We can probably do slightly longer stream. Not that much longer. We've had way longer streams, but for those last 3 side stories, we'll probably do them all in one more stream. And then after those 6 side stories, there's also one last one, like an epilogue thing, but that one's very short. So, number 1, I need to go to the release that I made 2 weeks ago and actually make it public. Publish. Bollocks. Yeah, okay, it works. All right. The GitHub release is public. Now let's make the forum post. Doki Literature Club Plus. What the fuck? Oh. I got saved? What the shit? Submit. Okay, the post is live on the forum. Go thumb it up.
Will do. 1 second.
Not
that forum thumbs up do anything, but sure.
No, they don't. I just like number go bigger, you know?
Valid, yeah. Number go up good.
Yeah. It's a nice dopamine hit.
I'm glad you started the announcement correctly.
Yeah, of course. Did you expect anything else?
No, just commenting that I approve.
I mean, you saw that. I gave you the post to review. It's the same post.
I know. I'm just putting it out there for the audience.
Yeah. Yeah, that's it. Mod is out now. GitHub release is public. It's on the forum. I guess I'll put it in general too. DDLC Plus mod is now released. Should I link the forum post or should I link the thing directly?
I did just link the thing directly.
Oh, yeah. All right, that is it. Mod is out. Have fun, everybody. Report feedback to me if you have any issues or whatever. On the GitHub issues or on Discord, I guess. But GitHub issues preferred if you have an actual structured thing that you want to report with reproduction steps and everything, you know, proper bug report. But yeah, that's it. We will do another stream of this because we have 3 more side stories to go, and we've been enjoying the ones that we've played so far. Especially the second one, right? Right, Shane?
Yeah, the second one. The second one.
That
got to me. Also the first one.
Yeah.
But in very different ways. I feel like the second one just resonated with me very deeply. It was me. I do like as well the theme. Each one of these has been dealing with like a different, personal like drama, personal issue. I like it.
Yeah, that's exactly what they are. The last three, so it's been trust, understanding, respect. The next ones are balance, reflection, and self-love. And you may have also noticed each side story is like deals with the relationship between two of the girls.
Mm-hmm.
Like the first one was Sayori and Monica. Second one was Sayori and Yuri.
Yeah.
Third
then
one
Monica and
was
Natsuki.
Monica and Natsuki.
So
what do you think based on the like
what's next?
titles?
Balance. Yuri and Natsuki, I guess. They're the most like polar opposites, so finding some balance there.
And then reflection.
Okay, reflection's tricky. I actually don't know.
And like thinking of the pairings that we don't have yet.
Yeah, like
And you can go by the process of
Monica,
elimination.
maybe? Yuri Monica?
Yeah, we do need a Yuri Monica. And then self-love.
So Yuri Natsuki,
I mean,
maybe?
Oh yeah, that's another pair that we need. Okay. I guess we'll
Those
see.
are my guesses.
Yeah. Oh, and I'm in the wrong channel again. Is there more chat? No. Okay. Chat's gone very quiet. I guess Game Trier has said he wasn't gonna chat anymore. And Philip isn't chatting anymore. And Robust, the flimsy fucker, never actually joined. Very unrobust today. But he did say there was going to be some updates to the lore book. I'm curious to see what that's all about. Maybe he'll add the professors. Man, I haven't talked to the professor in a while, actually. Should ring up the old professor, ask him what's up, you know.
Yeah, I'm sure nothing much has changed.
Yeah. When is the professor's birthday?
No, we never decided.
Oh, Philip, Lydia, and Shane are typing.
Oh god damn it, I'm
Oh,
not.
it's doing the thing again, isn't it?
Yeah. It should be gone now.
Are you gonna do the professor email thing, by the way?
Yeah, at some point I'm just Rimworld has
No, because you said you need to practice with Letta anyway.
Yeah, I will probably over the Christmas once World is kind of squared away a little bit.
Do we need Professor Bloody can't spell his name the third? I mean, it's very simple to spell. Bartholomew Bloody Barrington the third. O'Haley asking in the, or noting in the general channel that I did actually use that domain. Yeah, I did. Yeah. Okay, that's gonna be it for this stream, I guess. Unless we have something else. Do you have
No, I don't think
something
so.
to add, Shane?
No, I think we're good. Yeah, thank you all for watching. We'll be
I just
back
wanna
next week with some more side
yeah,
stories.
next week we're gonna do more of this. We're gonna finish the side stories. We actually finish the side stories. Then I don't know. There's gonna be a RimWorld stream soon.
Yeah, that might be the week after that, or the week after that, in the 2 or 3 weeks from now, I would say. Then
Yeah.
again, it's mod development, so
It's
take that
gonna
with a small
be,
pinch of salt.
and the stream is gonna be Shane teaches Luceus how to play RimWorld.
Yeah,
And Luceus fails
Lucius
badly.
Lucius is in the closed beta, but we've decided he's not playing, so we can
Yeah.
do the complete novice
Well,
stream, which
I applied purely for
For the
joke.
meme.
Yeah, for joke points.
yeah, valid.
Because
But yeah, I kind of like that because even for me, as when I'm releasing it to everyone, it's good to know what a new player will kind of get caught up on, so I can
Mhm.
make those bits a bit clearer.
Yeah, but of course
So
everyone's
I
going
will
to be
be taking
different.
notes.
So
Yeah, I know, but still, just some general like pain points. I've already noted a few from the closed beta we've done so far, even though most of those have been fixed by now.
mhm.
But yeah, I will be taking notes
Mhm.
on what you find tricky, what you feel could be clarified.
But yeah, speaking of this, someone called it, and I think it's a good description. Game modding renaissance. Expect a lot of recorded content to come to the channel soon, folks.
Yeah, we've been working on that.
There's a lot coming your way, so hope you got time to watch all this shit. There are two series coming to the channel pre-recorded. So we're gonna have we're gonna be full up like the whole week. There's gonna be new content, and then Sunday streams. So probably the most Thunderstep Gaming content that we've ever done in like in a single time. So yeah.
Which yeah, I kind of
Look
like.
forward to that.
I like us getting doing some more recorded stuff. We've been slacking on that for a while, admittedly, because we were preparing one big one.
Yeah, we were preparing the big one. I mean, we
So
didn't really.
we might have also already started a bigger one than the big one.
Yeah. But that one, again, we're doing a little bit differently. The other big one, because
Yeah.
that other big one you're gonna see very soon.
Yes.
Because we're doing it more like a lot of YouTubers do, where they
we'll
pre-record
record
a few
little
episodes.
bit of a buffer
Yeah.
and then start spitting them out.
Yeah.
Whereas the original big one, we recorded all of. We have it done.
Yeah,
We'll just be
the
setting
original
it
big
up.
one is done. I just have to edit it and put it up. So yeah, look forward to a lot of content. But that'll be it for today. Thank you all for watching. Go download the mod and play some DDLC Plus. If you do, we always like DDLC discussions, so join the Discord and let's talk about the game. Leave a like, subscribe, leave a comment, and we'll see you in the next video.
Thunderstep Gaming.